Let's be clear. A clean, healthy environment is what you and your family deserve. The truth is, our indoor air can be up to 5 times more polluted than outdoor air, which can dramatically affect respiratory health, especially among children and the elderly. The solution is clear. Clear filters trap and remove dangerous particles from the air, keeping substances like bacteria, viruses, mold, dust, and pollen from accumulating in your home and other indoor spaces. Clear filters offer a diverse selection of filters that meet the highest industry standards. Clear filters catch even the tiniest contaminants, creating a healthier and safer breathing experience in your home and other indoor environments without compromising the integrity of your heating, ventilation, and air conditioning systems. Visit projectclear.org and take advantage of all the benefits a cleaner, healthier, pollution-free environment has to offer. And together, let's clear the air.
Imagine feeling invigorated and focused, not by artificial substances, but by natural pre-workout supplements. This isn't just a thought, but a reality many athletes and fitness enthusiasts are embracing. They hold the key to elevated performance without the commonly associated side effects of synthetic products. However, overlooking the potential of these supplements means missing out on that all-natural energy boost and focus. It means accepting unnecessary crashes post-workout. It's a pain point that no fitness enthusiast should grapple with, especially when there's a healthier alternative. At Lion Roar Herbs, we produce a vegan all-natural pre-workout that is proven to increase performance and boost every workout. Visit us at lionroarherbs.com to learn more and look for natural performance energy. That's NPE. We are sure you will feel the difference.
The best of the Two Live Stews experience.
People want me to talk about dating a celebrity. People want me to date Sexy Red. That shit ain't gonna happen.
Well, but real quick,
I would never even throw my darn line in the Sexy Red water.
Listen,
Ooh,
if you're about the business of this show, and you can come up on Sexy Red, that would be huge for us.
Man, you crazy. I wouldn't put your penis in Sexy Red. I cleaned that up the best way I could.
God
Crazy.
is good.
You gotta be
and
kidding
Lord, please
me.
forgive us. Lord, please forgive us.
God
is good all the
you gotta
time,
be
and all the
kidding
time
me.
God is good. If you don't know him and need to find him and show him love, that's all he's showing you. Nothing but love. Yeah, man. If you got your PP on these streets, man, you need to put it in something that's gonna benefit the show. Straight up. Take one for the team.
Nah, that's not gonna happen. I'll sexy your red.
The best of the Two Live Stews experience.
Hey, people, it's your boy Chubb Rock. There's a new sheriff in town, Southern Edge Beverage Company. And let me tell you, you better taste the edge. Watch this. Taste the edge. Sweet tea vodka, salted caramel whiskey will rock you. The taste is smooth and refreshing. Gluten-free, no harsh burn for the blessing. Make it neat. Have it on ice. Buy both bottles. Have it twice. Mix with your favorite fruit juice. Nice. Mix a liqueur combo. Hype. We're black owned. Yeah. Find us in Atlanta telephone. College Park. Check this bone. Sweet tea, vodka, fix your fam. Southern Edge Beverages, Instagram. Salted caramel whiskey on the edge. New sheriff in town, baby. Taste the edge. Southern Edge can be found in the following locations in the metro Atlanta area. Total Wine and More in Alpharetta. Camp Creek World of Beverages. Prohibition Liquor. Firewater Package. Crest Wine and Spirits. And Bim's Package Store. It's time to taste the edge. Southern Edge, baby.
We have our new advertising rate sheet available. The Two Live Stews have a current reach of 50,000 people.
That's right.
Okay?
That's right.
Here's the big thing about it. If we advertise your business, you got to remember, this is pretty much forever. It's in perpetuity because these videos are streamed and you can watch it over and over and people can watch what we did 6 months ago and they're still going to see your advertisement. Okay?
It's constant.
Constant. All right. So, internet-based or Atlanta-based businesses, just going to shoot you real. I mean, if you're in Arizona and you got a brick and mortar, we probably can't help you a lot, to be honest with you. Now, if you want to advertise the show just to show some love, that's cool. But an Atlanta-based business and internet-based business, check us out. Email us, okay? sme.dougstewart@gmail.com. Here are your sponsorship packages starting at $75. And you're getting a lot of value from $75. In the Two Live Stews Facebook chat group, we got 40,000 people, okay? So you got 4 different levels. Level 1, $75. And really, it's still great because, once again, perpetuity. F with your boys. Okay? So if you're interested, email us. We'll send you this rate sheet, the packages, and advertise your business right here on the Two Live Stews. You see that right there? Bruh's old.
That's right.
Every Q in America should be drinking Southern Edge. Steve Scott, Beta Mu 92, myself, Zy Spring 90, and you, Delta Kappa 92. Every bruh in America should scan this QR code and check out Southern Edge.
I wish I could taste the moment. Been around the world, hey, but there's nothing like that Southern Edge, girl. No, I've been around the world, whoa. Nothing like that Southern Edge, girl. Yeah. Okay, now pour me a one. Better yet, make it soon. They say the night is young. With this cup like the fountain in you. Shining. Tell me what your sign is. Tell me what you drink, little lady. I could buy by the bottle, I promise. Yeah, because you look so sweet. I wish I could taste a moment. Girl, you look so.
Hey, people, it's your boy Chubb Rock. There's a new sheriff in town, Southern Edge Beverage Company. And let me tell you, you better taste the edge. Watch this. Taste the edge. Sweet tea vodka, salted caramel whiskey will rock you. The taste is smooth and refreshing. Gluten-free, no harsh burn for the blessing. Make it neat. Have it on ice. Buy both bottles. Have it twice. Mix with your favorite fruit juice. Nice. Mix a liqueur combo. Hype. We're black owned. Yeah. Finest in Atlanta telephone. College Park. Check this bone. Sweet tea, vodka, fix your fam. Southern Edge Beverages, Instagram. Salted caramel whiskey on the edge. New sheriff in town, baby. Taste the edge. Southern Edge can be found in the following locations in the metro Atlanta area. Total Wine and More in Alpharetta. Camp Creek World of Beverages. Prohibition Liquor. Firewater Package. Crest Wine and Spirits. And Bim's Package Store. It's time to taste the edge. Southern Edge, baby.
Let's be clear. A clean, healthy environment is what you and your family deserve. The truth is, our indoor air can be up to 5 times more polluted than outdoor air, which can dramatically affect respiratory health, especially among children and the elderly. The solution is clear. Clear filters trap and remove dangerous particles from the air, keeping substances like bacteria, viruses, mold, dust, and pollen from accumulating in your home and other indoor spaces. Clear filters offer a diverse selection of filters that meet the highest industry standards. Clear filters catch even the tiniest contaminants, creating a healthier and safer breathing experience in your home and other indoor environments without compromising the integrity of your heating, ventilation, and air conditioning systems. Visit projectclear.org and take advantage of all the benefits a cleaner, healthier, pollution-free environment has to offer. And together, let's clear the air.
Stewart Media and Entertainment presents the Two Live Stews Experience. We back, show. This right here, this ain't your ordinary ish.
Two Live Stews Experience, Ryan Stewart, Doug Stewart, baby, we back. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Yes, we are back. It's been a long time. We shouldn't have left you, but them folks sat us down forcefully. What up to the Qs?
Do not let anyone confuse you. The Two Live Stews started this shit. The Two Live Stews Experience, shouty. If you're not stewing, what the hell are you doing?
What a beautiful Monday morning. Good morning to Jersey Vern, Rel Scott, Creole Indian Nation, and good morning to you too, Dougie Stew. It's your boys, man, the Two Live Stews, Doug Stewart and Ryan Stewart, the makeup of those Two Live Stews, and we are bringing you a beautiful Monday morning rendition of the Two Live Stews Experience.
Right.
I'm coming to you live from Ford Field. Couldn't even leave last night. Wanted to stay in the D, baby. Man, what a wonderful weekend of football. How you feeling today, sir? Good morning. Again, good morning.
Fantastic. Good morning. Good morning. How are you, sir?
I feel really good. I feel really good. I'm excited.
So they let you sleep on the field? Former Lions players that let them sleep on the field?
Well, I had to meet them extra early this morning to come back and be let inside as the sun starts to rise behind me, as you can see. So no, I didn't get to stay in here last night. I would have stayed, but I had to leave. But I came back bright and early this morning so I could do the show from here this morning.
You been drinking?
No, not yet. But I think I will have one or two on the plane headed back down south.
Yeah, man. Great weekend. Lions get it done, huh?
We played good. We fought through. It's a different Lions team, man. As a matter of fact, man, my first baller of the weekend.
So I always feel like
you
should tell people, like new watchers.
Mm-hmm.
I automatically want to say listeners. You need to tell new watchers you play for the Detroit Lions.
That's right. Very proud of that. Very proud of that. First baller award to my Detroit Lions, former team that I used to play for.
But I have a question.
95 to 2000.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
It seems like this is the first time I ever remember you in 20 years of doing this stuff, talking about the Lions, like going out of your way to talk about the Lions. Is that because they have a semblance of a team right now? And before, you didn't have a reason to talk about them.
Whenever they do something worthy of being talked about, I talk about it. Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. I mean, outside of last year, about 2 years ago or 3 years ago, we went on a pretty good run, and I talked a lot of Lions football. But yeah, I'm not gonna come on here, man, and spewing a bunch of BS about a team that ain't doing well. When we were 1-11 at Georgia Tech, I wasn't tooting my horn and walking around campus wearing Georgia Tech stuff and hats and flags in the car and all that. If
Yeah.
you suck, you don't get that kind of stuff, man. But when you
Okay,
play
all right.
good, you get that kind of stuff, man. So
Some
yeah,
people,
shouts out to the Detroit Lions.
some people might consider it being a bandwagoner, though. I
Well,
would.
listen, you and those some people.
I said I wouldn't. I said I wouldn't consider you a bandwagoner,
Yeah.
but I think the technical definition is kind of.
Man, we do a nationally syndicated sports talk podcast. Period.
It's actually worldwide,
So-
international.
so-
It's international technically, because I mean,
When my teams play bad, I put them to the side because the people don't deserve to hear me going on and on about a bad team.
okay,
Like let's see, Mike Greenberg. He's a Jets fan.
right.
Even when the Jets play bad, he finds ways to talk about the Jets. I deem that a waste of my time, so I turn the channel.
Right, but this is a difference of philosophy. Some people would say when your team is bad.
And real quick, shouts out to Southern Edge, the Southern Edge Beverage Company. Check them out on the web at southernedgebeverageco.com. The Two Lot Stews and the Two Lot Stews experience is fueled and powered by the good folks from Southern Edge. I'm sorry, Doug. Go ahead, continue, please.
No, I was gonna say this is a philosophical difference. A lot of people would say when your team is bad, that's when you're supposed to stick by them even more.
Well, I stick by them, but I'm not going to use the time on this network to talk about them if they play like doo-doo.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I mean, if we're chastising somebody or somebody's the butt of our jokes, that's one thing. But for me to talk about a team, for me to take the liberty to talk about a team that's not doing good, if there's not something there, I wouldn't do that to the people that's trying to enjoy this show.
Technically, Maurice Bird said it's a front runner. He's saying that you're a front runner. You only talk about them when they win, but when they're bad, you don't talk about them at all. That's what he said. It's a front runner. Now, I'm not calling you a front runner, but I knew it was something that this particular situation they have a name for, and it's a front runner. I would never call my brother a front runner.
Real quick, remember that dude's name. I'm going to get to him in a second, okay?
Maurice Bird.
Tonight, Man Cave Monday at Club Bazooka, okay? 7 p.m. till 11 p.m., Monday Night Football will be on. It's Bazooka's Lounge. You know where they are. Watching Monday Night Football. There'll be people playing poker and so much more. Tonight is a whiskey tasting. And Southern Edge Beverage Company is one of the brands that they will be highlighting and basically curating drinks made with our whiskey. So make sure that you hang out tonight, Man Cave Monday. I have intentions on being there, even though I just found out about an hour ago the brother that was going to ride with me down there has backed out because he had something to do at his daughter's school tonight. So I'll know a little bit later if I'll make it, but I intend on being at Man Cave Monday at Bazooka Lounge tonight. Now, who was I supposed to be getting at?
SouthernEdgeBeverageCO.com. SouthernEdgeBeverageCO.com. SouthernEdgeBeverageCO.com.
Maurice, if you want to judge me for being respectful of everyone's time and not talking about teams that ain't doing nothing, fine. And if you don't, Maurice, all right.
We can't stay on that too much longer. So, a couple of things. Shots out there.
No, not a couple of things yet. I was about to give a ball award to my team before I got rudely interrupted.
Go ahead.
The great Jared Goff, 217 yards, 1 interception, 1 touchdown. Outstanding. We ran the ball with authority last night. Had about 31 carries. David Montgomery got 91 of those yards, 5.4 yard average. And shouts out to Jameson Williams, wide receiver from Alabama. Got hurt his last year in Alabama. Sat out a couple of years, dealt with some drama. 5 catches last night, 121 yards, 24 yards per catch. And Amon-Ra St. Brown didn't even ball out. Only had 3 catches. So we got a lot of good going down in Detroit, where you can see the stadium behind me. I'm doing the show live from there this morning. Shouts out to the Detroit Lions, man. Baller award.
They gave you the key to the building?
No, I don't have the key. Someone opened it up for me, and I came in. I met him at the door. I was just, come on, man, don't act like that.
So while I'm thinking about it, shots out and thank you to everybody. We passed the plate last Thursday.
Oh my gosh.
We passed the plate last Thursday, and I'm happy to report It was a success. You know, a lot of people, when you pass the plate in church.
What do you deem a success? What do you deem a success?
We're not going to go over particular numbers, but you know, when you go to church and you pass the plate, and you can pass the plate down to 10 other people, and when it gets to the end, there's nothing in it. There was something in our plate.
That's
you
true.
know, and nowadays people will say, "Oh, I'll just give them something online," which most of the time they don't do. I bet.
Right.
We passed the plate. Show it one more time, Tree. We passed the plate last Thursday to the congregation, the Two Live Stews congregation, and it was filled with abundance of joy and blessings. Thank you so much to everybody that donated to the Pass the Plate cause for the Two Live Stews experience. Thank you.
I don't carry cash anymore, so when I go to church and donate, I donate via the Gively app. I don't use cash anymore.
Right.
I really think that I don't think a lot of people use cash these days.
So I go to Impact, and Impact's probably got a couple thousand people in it every service.
Right.
And they pass the plate, old school style still. And I'm number 20 at the end of the pew, and there's nothing in it.
Nothing.
So I'm thinking everybody is doing it online as well.
Gively. I use the Gively app because I just don't keep up with cash like that. That's all.
Yeah.
And if I have cash in my pocket, I tend to spend it. If I don't have cash in my pocket, then I won't spend it.
Right. So shouts out to everybody that passed the plate. We'll do it again this Thursday. And it helps. It helps. It absolutely helps. Thank you. People got our back, man. These folks got our back.
Yeah,
Sir,
I really appreciate it.
You gave your first ball award out to the Lions?
Well, I tried to, but I was rudely interrupted several times. But I think I eventually got it out. I don't know how Arlie and Nadi deal with it. I don't know how Arlie and Nadi deal with it, because you step on everybody's segment every time they get a chance to say something. You just kind of go rogue and do your own thing. It's wild.
You should never take these things so personal, man. Ball award to
I'm a Virgo.
Ball award to the South Carolina State Bulldogs. This past weekend in Chucktown, the Chuck as they call it. The low country of South Carolina, the Citadel Bulldogs. We visited the Citadel Bulldogs and got a big win. We're 1-1 on the year. It was the battle of the Bulldogs, the Citadel Bulldogs versus the South Carolina State Bulldogs. Our quarterback is phenomenal, man. We got a great quarterback. It's going to be a great year. This coming weekend, we take on A&T, which used to be the biggest rivalry in the conference for many, many years. A&T left to go into some other conference, Ohio Valley maybe, or I don't know, Southern or whatever. But we played them this weekend, man. So shouts out to my South Carolina State Bulldogs.
Yeah. Congratulations, man. How was the festivities? Day party, Chubb Rock performed. How were the festivities?
Great. Fantastic. I mean, tailgating all morning long, won the game, came out and tailgated some more. Went to a party put on by Southern Edge, Chubb Rock, as you mentioned, digging in the crates. It was a great weekend, man. Ball award to my South Carolina State Bulldogs. Buster award, my first Buster. And we reading your balls and your busters from the chat room. I'm only here till 8 today. Got to go make the donuts. But give us your ballers and busters from this past weekend, the good and the bad from this past weekend. Buster award to obviously, sir, to the Atlanta Falcons and in particular Kirk Cousins. In particular, Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins has no mobility. Talked about this in the chat group yesterday. If you notice, I don't think one time where he took his 5 or 7 step drop. Go back and look at the film. I think wherever he ended up at the end of his 5 to 7 foot drop, he didn't move left or right any at all. Like to evade the rush if somebody was coming, he didn't step to the left, step to the right.
He didn't even really step into the pocket at all.
Never.
It's like he took his drop, and because he's been taking drops, part of rehab, and that's all he could do. I'm taking 3, I'm taking 5, I'm taking 7, and other than that, after that, I'm going to pat this ball once or twice, but I can't move in the pocket.
He can't move in the pocket.
He took sack after sack. He underthrew balls, overthrew balls, missed. I mean, it was bad.
Now, technically, should we give him the Buster Award because he can't help it? He hurt, or should we give it to the management? And I hate to do that.
They both can get it. I mean, he was a dismal 16 for 26, 155 yards, 2 freaking interceptions. He's got to get a buster. But
Yeah.
you're right. He was brought here under false pretenses, and the people that brought him here deserve to get that Buster Award too.
Yeah, so I don't want to give Terry Fontenot a Buster Award because he's a brother. I mean, I'm just being honest with you. He's a brother.
What does him being a brother have to do with getting a Buster Award or a Baller Award?
Well, I mean, that seems kind of harsh to give the brother a Buster Award. But I mean, I think technically he deserves it. Now it's early.
No question.
Let me say this. There's only one game.
But
And
after the one, I'm sorry.
ahead.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. No,
what I was going to say is maybe it's a situation where he's got to get comfortable and he's got to get some faith in the fact that the surgery was successful, because it's a mental thing too when you have a major injury like that. Ask me, I know. And maybe he'll be okay. He'll be better next week and better the week after and better the week after. I say just scrap the whole damn thing and chalk it up to we lost some money and put Michael Penix Jr. out there. Why not?
He get one more week. And you're right. Because he didn't play in the preseason, how much faith does he really have in his rehabilitated Achilles being healed?
Right. Exactly.
So you're right. I mean, but from what I saw from Michael Penix Jr., the fans in Atlanta don't need to sit in there and be patient. Go to who's next. Go to the first round draft pick.
Right. Absolutely.
But we can't just they put on why they wasn't going to use him in the preseason. I know why you didn't use him in the preseason, because we would have saw in the preseason he's a freaking gimp.
Gimp is strong, and you're watching the Two Live Shoes experience.
Well, we don't know if he's a gimp because he wouldn't move the shorts. He's a gimp.
Right.
He wouldn't move yesterday, sir.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, he didn't move at all. I mean, at all. It was very clear, very evident that he was not comfortable in shuffling to either side, left or right, up or down. Once he got to his spot in his 5 or 7-step drop, he did not move at all, and they beat him up all day.
Okay, listen, man. I want to start a what is it when you try to galvanize people together? What's that called?
Campaign.
I want to start a campaign.
Okay.
For Bijan Robinson to have no less than 25 touches a game. Okay? He had 18 carries yesterday. He caught 5 balls. So, okay, he's close to that 25 touches. But, sir, he's electric. He should be featured. He should get 30 touches a game. The offense did fairly well based upon what they were dealing with when they have to depend on a gimp to get them the ball. But oh my goodness,
Gimp is strong, man. Gimp is strong.
Bijan does it all, and that includes blocking for the quarterback that can't move in the backfield. He has to be featured, sir. 18 carries is not enough. 5 catches is not enough. I'm very proud with his overall 110 yards or so, but he's got to be featured, sir. He's got to touch the ball 30 times a game.
I agree with you 100%. I agree with you 100%. A small baller award, not a big one. If the baller award were a trophy, it'd be them little ones that you can buy off of Amazon for $8. Okay, small ball award to Justin Fields. 17 for 23, 156 yards. Here's the big thing: no turnovers, 0 turnovers. An efficient day. They won the game with all field goals. They didn't score a touchdown. But the kid comes home. He's from Metro Atlanta. There was some talk about the Falcons bringing him in. They didn't do it. I wish nothing but success on this young man, okay? So a mini ball award to the opposition quarterback, Justin Fields, home cooking.
Did not throw a touchdown, did not run for a touchdown, but the most important thing that he did was protect the ball. The gimp that we have back there threw 2 interceptions. The gimp that we have threw 2 interceptions.
Hey, man, I think gimp is almost like the equivalent of the N-word, man.
Well, whatever.
For people that are injured.
Whatever. Well, I feel exactly the way them folk feel about us when they call us the N-word. That's how I feel about the gimp that we got in the backfield right now. So Justin Fields and the Steelers, they don't generate any touchdowns yesterday, but you don't have to win ball games.
Yes.
freaking field goals.
Yes, right.
Six freaking field goals, and you lose by 8 points without getting to the end zone. When we got a gimp that's throwing 2 interceptions.
Seriously, man, I think we need to hold off on the GIMP commentary, man, until we look it up.
We had a chance.
Go to the FCC website.
Fields and or the GIMP that they brought in. And they brought in a GIMP. If Justin Fields was running our offense yesterday, or maybe even Michael Penix Jr., there would have been a much more favorable outcome. Right. Play with GIMPs, man. We talk about it for decades. You can't perform with a GIMP back there.
Hey, ball award to Saquon Barkley, sir.
Yes.
Going back to Thursday night, the Eagles and the Packers, where were they at? London or something like that? No, they were in South America.
They were in São Paulo, Brazil.
Saquon Barkley.
Have you ever been there?
No, never been to Brazil.
Oh man, it's a good time. You hear me? It's amazing what you can do with $40-50 in Brazil. But go ahead.
What can you do with $40-50 in Brazil?
You can have the night of your life, honestly, but we won't get into details.
Saquon Barkley, 24 carries, 109 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Right,
sir. You know I hate.
Back.
You know I hate these passing offenses, right?
That's a feature back right there.
Right. That's a featured back.
That's a featured back. Right.
I've been saying it for years. If you can run the ball, you can do anything, and it's crazy because the running back position has been devalued, and I swear it's some diabolical whole scheme by an agent to promote his wide receiver. So when you run the ball and you can play good defense, that's the key to success. When you pass the ball, so many things can go wrong. The quarterback can make a bad throw. A defensive end or defensive lineman can make a great play and sack the quarterback. A defensive back can make a great play. The wide receiver can drop the ball. You got to have 10 things go right to pass the ball. But if you can run the football and play good defense, that's the formula for success.
Period,
and Barkley, I'm glad he's going to get the opportunity. They're going to run the hell out of him this year, and I'm rooting for that young man in the running back nation.
No question. Well done.
See that.
That's well said, Doug.
I love to see that.
That's well said, man. How stupid do the New York Giants feel?
Right, they keep Daniel Jones, who sucks.
How stupid do the New York Giants feel when they lose to a Vikings team that's got Sam Darnold, a backup quarterback, and they lose 28-6? Game wasn't even competitive. But Saquon Barkley, the guy y'all drafted overall first, he goes home, back to PA, and has the game of his life.
The game of his life.
How
I was happy.
Do they feel? Oh, my gosh. Happy. Ball award. I agree. Ball award.
Yeah, ball award to him. All right, so we're gonna give Balls and Busters read some messages. Are you only staying until 8-2? We done at 8?
Real quick, I'm gonna answer that after I remind people to make sure they breathe easy and live better by going to clearair.com to get their filters. They can set you up where they'll come automatically. You don't have to be reminded or wait till it's too late and you damage your equipment at home.
A subscription. They can get a subscription.
That's exactly right, man. Project Clear offers a unique way to fundraise to community causes. Our initiative provides a means for organizations to generate much needed revenue while reducing harmful contaminants indoor and inside your home. Make the air in your environment real safe. Check out our folks at clearair.com, as well as checking out projectclear.org. Yeah, man, I can stick around for a little while. I don't have to run off like you do. I know you got bills to go pay.
Because people want to, they want to get their thoughts out there in the chat messages. And,
yes,
it was Ball and Buster weekend. So, yeah, let's do that. Arlie coming up next, though, right?
That sounds right. About right.
Arlie Wood, the Arlie Wood Report comes up next. Entertainment talk with Arlie and Ballers and Busters and your chat messages. Thank you for joining us this morning. Don't go away. 2 Live Shoes. Yeah.
Let's be clear. A clean, healthy environment is what you and your family deserve. The truth is, our indoor air can be up to 5 times more polluted than outdoor air, which can dramatically affect respiratory health, especially among children and the elderly. The solution is Clear. Clear filters trap and remove dangerous particles from the air. keeping substances like bacteria, viruses, mold, dust, and pollen from accumulating in your home and other indoor spaces. Clear filters offer a diverse selection of filters that meet the highest industry standards. Clear filters catch even the tiniest contaminants, creating a healthier and safer breathing experience in your home and other indoor environments without compromising the integrity of your heating, ventilation, and air conditioning systems. Visit ProjectClear.org and take advantage of all the benefits a cleaner, healthier, pollution-free environment has to offer. And together, let's clear the air.
Imagine feeling invigorated and focused, not by artificial substances, but by natural pre-workout supplements. This isn't just a thought, but a reality many athletes and fitness enthusiasts are embracing. They hold the key to elevated performance without the commonly associated side effects of synthetic products. However, overlooking the potential of these supplements means missing out on that all-natural energy boost and focus. It means accepting unnecessary crashes post-workout. It's a pain point that no fitness enthusiast should grapple with, especially when there's a healthier alternative. At Lion Roar Herbs, we produce a vegan all-natural pre-workout that is proven to increase performance and boost every workout. Visit us at lionroarherbs.com to learn more and look for natural performance energy. That's NPE. We are sure you will feel the difference.
It's a Baller and Buster Monday. It's a Baller and Buster Monday. We're now joined by the lovely Arlie Michelle. We are the Two Live Stews. I'm Ryan Stewart. The guy on the other side is Doug Stewart, and this is the Two Live Stews Experience. But right now, we're joined by lovely Arlie Michelle.
Good morning.
The Entertainment Report. Good morning.
Good
Arlie.
morning to all the beautiful stews and stewies and the dogs and poodles and the stew nation. They call themselves some of everything out there, but the one thing they are is loyal. Good morning to you.
No
Good
doubt
morning.
about it.
Good morning.
Real quick, Arlie, before we find out about your weekend, y'all heard me right when I was talking about San Paulo. Y'all heard me right. And I don't know if this needs to be bleeped out, but
refresh my memory. What'd you say?
It's the best $50 you ever gonna spend.
right, the nut of your life.
How do I show up at these moments all the time?
Right, yeah, and they may
What
start
are you
a little
talking
high.
about? Brazil nuts?
Yes. Oh,
Peanuts?
yes. Yes, them nuts in Brazil for real, for real.
Damn.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And don't even talk about Rio. I mean, don't even talk about Rio and the nude beaches over there, what goes down on them beaches. Don't even talk about that. Arlie, thank you so much. How was your weekend, Arlie?
I had like the best weekend. I did not have a Brazil nut, but I did have an amazing weekend. I can't get over. It's like you know how you walk in the room, that meme of Homer Simpson going back into the wood, the little bushes. I wish there was a thing for me to just like
in real life.
Yeah.
Damn.
Y'all, let me tell you what I did this weekend. We were scared, but we went. I went to NASCAR for the first time. Oh my God, I had so much fun. We were down in the pit.
Isn't it fun?
God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So I'm now about to be a NASCAR. I don't know what they call them. I guess I can't watch them go around. I can't do that. But I can be in the VIP. I can always do that.
Were there any major wrecks?
Yes.
It was.
5 and 14 got out about rounds.
Look at Arlie, 5 and 14. I see you, girl.
That's NASCAR talk? To just say the number of the car?
Talk about the cars, yeah.
Okay.
Let's go with God. Go with God. Just go with it, because I don't know. But I have one thing I realized. Me and one of my classmates from law school, her daughter works for NASCAR. She works in the communications. They're trying to, build out their diversity, equity, and inclusion. So it was a lot.
Did you pitch the stews? We can help them with that.
Right. She has something coming up in February. Please know we will be there. And hopefully we'll get. But anyway, y'all, I missed Michael Jordan. He was down there with Bubba. I didn't know what to do. I didn't do my research. I wasn't ready. God, I'm so upset. And then we look back on Instagram like, he was like right now. How did I? And I had permission to go over there.
He don't mess with your kind anyway. He probably wouldn't even pay you no attention.
I wasn't trying to get with him.
What do you mean you're her kind?
He's tall and he kind of gimpish now too.
Every time I see him, he's got a dime or a Becky on his arm.
He's married to Becky.
He's married to a Becky.
Oh, I mean, well, that's fine. That's what I'm saying. Hello, I'm the one that said this. He don't like your kind. Hello,
He's not gonna
That's not
you
true.
know because he got a boo. He is booed up.
He was married to Juanita for like 30 years.
That's why he don't mess with. That's why he don't mess with them no more. Okay, but anyway, it's neither here nor there. I'm sorry, Ollie. I'm Team Ollie. I'm Team Ollie.
That's right. Somebody said that to me about Prince, the new Prince. Well, they were like, he wouldn't have liked, and I was crushed for like, because I didn't look exotic enough. Because he ain't like Becky's, but he didn't like Shaquanda either. So I just didn't fall into nothing. I'm sad. But anyway, listen, guys. So y'all will see me doing I'm like about to do my NASCAR research, and I'm gonna know stuff. It's not gonna be important to the Two Live Stews specific, but it's going to be important to me because there were a lot of pit crews. I bet
there's several people that love NASCAR in this chat room and listening to the show. Several.
Let me tell you, what was important to me was all the fine pit crew men. Oh my God. It was a bunch of brothers back there.
They got on a whole body full of stuff that so they can be protected out there. You couldn't see them people.
Yes, you can. I don't care. You can see them in football. Get without them pads on. You can see them. You can see them. They were out there stretching like they were about to run 40-yard dashes. 40. Nobody runs a 40. 100-yard dash. Like it's serious, y'all. They're really recruiting. And just a note to anybody out there who has a young son, they are really recruiting heavily, like at HBCUs. NASCAR is like for jobs, and you can go to Charlotte and you learn the business and all that kind of stuff, or the behind the scenes, really the pit crew stuff. It's really like, yeah, it's good for athletes because they need you to be. Those tires are huge that go on them cars. And I have a video of them. They change it out in like 13 seconds or less. That's all you hear. I mean, it's so loud. Oh my God, it's amazing. Anyway,
it's very exciting, Ollie. It's very exciting.
So before I bore y'all to death about that, I will get to this birthdays. Y'all know what it is. It's your girl, Arlie Michelle. And we have to always start out honoring those who get to see another turn around the sun. Shout out to the first Black quarterback to start and win a Super Bowl. Y'all remember Super Bowl 22 when he was then further messed over afterwards. Doug Williams is 69 today. He won a decisive win back in the day over the Denver Broncos, 42-10. Shout out to Doug Williams. Also, he went and coached at Grambling. I love me some Doug Williams. I watched that Super Bowl in awe and then was very surprised that he wasn't somewhere with a huge contract the next year and great opportunities, but that's just how they do it,
Well, but Ollie, in today's time, as a matter of fact, this weekend was the first weekend of the National Football League's games, and there were 15 starting quarterbacks that were Black. 15.
I mean, he paved the way.
It's a different day and time now, correct.
From the Warren Moons of the day and all that.
Ball award to Coach Willie Jeffries. He was honored. It was interesting because our homeboy is the head coach of the Citadel, Maurice Drayton. I think he has a lot of Black coach efforts that he puts out there. And they actually brought Coach Jeffries onto the field at halftime and just paid tribute to him. Coach Jeffries was the first Black head coach at a PWI.
Wow.
He was at Wichita State like in the, I'm going to say 70s or something like that, man. He's like 90 years old right now. So shouts out to the HBCU legends, Doug Williams, Coach Willie Jeffries. Yeah, that's what's up.
Shout out to him. And it's good to give people their flowers while they are here, because the people who went first, can you imagine what that was like when you're the only one? Like, I can't even...
Listen, in the next week or so, I'm going to tell a story about an experience I had at Bull Creek. So to answer your question, no, I can't imagine being the first like those guys were back in the day and what they had to deal with and or tolerate and how they had to keep their cool under really, really heated situations. I can't imagine it.
What is Bull Creek?
Bull Creek is the golf course I used to volunteer at once a week.
Oh, used to. Somebody pissed you off. You almost had to choke somebody out.
I'm gonna tell the story. I'm gonna tell the story.
I can't wait to hear this.
Only imagine it's about to be we about to have to run on Bull Creek. What? We about to have to go down there and act like a monkey. But not a monkey. Right. That wasn't right.
Like that word.
That wasn't right. That's not what we wanted. My bad, everybody. Rapper. And these are the breaks. Curtis Blow is 65 today.
Wow.
Yeah, that makes you go.
I think they regard Curtis Blow as the first superstar MC.
He should be.
Or something to that sort. Like the first one that was on magazine covers and visible.
Yep.
So
He did it, and we liked all of what he was doing.
No question.
Today's show host Hoda Kotb is 60. Coach NFL Hall of Famer Deion Primetime Sanders is 57 today.
Stop 1 second. I gotta ask. Was it bad for Colorado, man? I didn't see the game. I didn't see it. I was at Southern Edge party with Chubb Rock.
I saw the entire Colorado game.
They killing Deion, man. And this is the problem when you are as positive and strong-willed as Deion Sanders. When you don't do well, all of the haters come out of the woodworks, and I saw it all week on social media.
Everybody come for you.
Everybody came out of the woodwork to go after Deion.
It was a bad game. There were no adjustments. The offensive line and the defensive line did not play well. They didn't pressure the Nebraska quarterback as he had 0 sacks. He didn't get sacked at all.
Wow.
And Shedeur Sanders got sacked like 7 or 8 times.
He can't keep it up.
In the first half, like 4 or 5 times. So there was nothing Shedeur could do. There were no adjustments made coaching wise from the first half to the second half, at least as far as the naked eye could see. So it was not a good appearance. However, they're 1-1. They got Colorado State coming this week. I think they may go to Colorado State.
Wasn't it the game last year that had
that wasn't an easy game for them last year. So I mean, I have a question for you. So Arlie, since you're here, I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
It's for Doug actually. So I'm kind of stepping on your report.
Of course, it's for Doug. Of course.
How much time do they give Deion Sanders?
I feel like he get 3 years.
If they have bad losses, man, I mean,
think about what you're saying. Think about what you're saying. Think about what you're saying.
I'm such a Deion fan, man, and I want him to be successful so bad, and I just hate the fact that everybody that was under their rock for the last, that even when they didn't have a great year last year, but they showed a lot of great positive things. Those people came out in droves this weekend.
Yeah.
Clowning Deion, man.
But let me tell you, what I realized about people like him is kind of like the Muhammad Ali's of the world. You got to shut them up with wins. And even if he wins, they still going to have something to say because they don't like who he is as a person. I feel like you can't turn a program around in 1 year. This is just not possible. You need 3 years. They teach us that in education. You need good 3 years to cycle out coaching, people, things. So maybe by next year, he'll have a stronger team. And because he at least gets 1 more year.
Where are all the players that he got in the portal?
Well, that's a problem, though. It's another year where he's rebuilt another team, which means that there's no consistency.
That's what I was going to say. Go ahead.
The Falcons' offensive line is one of the old lines in the National Football League that have every starter back. So the unit as a whole plays better because they can feel each other's presence and where they're going to be at.
Right.
There's no consistency with Deion right now.
Right.
He got in jail.
That's what I was about to say. The bad thing about this portal that we're quickly finding out,
them kids don't know each other,
is chemistry.
Right.
You can't just bring 40 kids together that were in all other different systems all over the country,
right,
and bring them together and think they're going to be a cohesive unit.
Now,
that's the way it appears. And that's not the only example of that this past weekend in Colorado. Several teams that brought in a lot of players from the portal are struggling, sir.
Right. And the teams that do the base of their recruiting through scholarships and recruiting high school players seem to have a little bit more consistency right now. Now, that being said, who can they replace Deion with that will bring them half the shine as Deion Sanders, win or lose?
Nobody.
So his contract is saved. I don't know how long the length of his contract is. I'm reading a lifetime deal and all other kind of stuff. But trust me, I think he's safe for at least 5 years because they can't do no better. Whether they win or lose, they can't do no better.
And here's something else let me mention too. And I'm sorry, Ollie, but you're part of the conversation.
I can do what I do.
Thank you for a great topic, Arlie. Thank you. Go ahead, Doug.
You're welcome.
Here's part of the conversation. Remember, for all the Deion haters out there, remember, he's probably not making any calls. He's not calling any plays for the offense and defense. He's got coordinators. He probably need to get rid of some coordinators.
Don't do that though. Don't do that.
No, I'm not
making excuses. I'm not making excuses for him.
Yeah, don't do that.
But I'm asking you.
Right.
How many calls, offensively or defensively, do you think he's making?
He may. Well, no, he's not making any of them.
That's my point.
He may veto a call or two and say, no, don't do that. Do something else. He may do that, but no, he's got coordinators to call the game offensively and defensively.
Whoever his coordinators are, they out this year. If this continues like it did this past weekend, he's got to just get better coordinators.
I feel like one of them dudes is too loyal to, though. I can't remember his name. And then Warren Moon is out there. What is Warren Moon doing? Because he went back and got his
hype campaign.
Warren Sapp.
Warren Sapp is out there.
The defensive line didn't do anything this past weekend. They didn't pressure the quarterback at all. Nebraska quarterback had all day.
Warren Moon is even.
Now see, JG, Dion apologist, Dougie, don't do that.
Well, yeah, and I'm saying the same thing.
But y'all coming after the man for what?
I don't come after Dion.
Don't, and they coming after for the wrong reasons. Anytime you are positive and confident, people hate that about for whatever black men. If a white coach was doing it, they'd be like, "We love him. He's so authoritative. He's
look,
so
man.
Right,
before the first game, North Dakota State game, when they was talking to Dion during the interview, somebody asked him, "So, Coach, how you feel about your team?" He said, "You see how they look? They look good. They look real good. They're so dirty. They're clean. That's how." So when you do all that, all day long, when you take an L and you don't perform well, you're gonna get that smoke. He's getting that smoke right now.
Yeah. Warren Sapp out there looking crazy. Richard Bullock was Sapp on the sideline going crazy.
I don't like his new haircut.
Sideline. They got Sapp in that damn press box where people can't get to him.
He in the press box?
I didn't see him on the sideline one time. Not once.
Okay.
Ollie, you got like 30 seconds to do a story. You want to go ahead and do a story?
Oh man, I hate it when I heard this.
Yeah,
so the story right now, of course, as we all know, Rich Homie Quan has passed away, and I listened to the audio of the girlfriend calling Jasmine Williams. I guess we'll say alleged, but she is the mother of two of his children. They had several, but my story is more so all of the people, as we all know, people come out the woodworkers, how close they were to the person or who they were. And it's a big old thing online now. You know, Rich Homie Quan, born DeQuantez Devontae Lamar, was found unresponsive the other morning, and other women, it's lots of women coming out that was they boo. One Amerikkka Banks, who they're confusing online with Erica Mena, who was, you know, all this love and hip hop stuff. And Amerikkka Banks is that rapper, bust it, bust it, bust it, bust it. That's all she say in the song that I can gather. And so they love the song. But anyway,
she should go to Brazil.
She is busted Brazil nut, BBBs, triple B's. But it's women coming out. So she posted like, you know, I'm just glad we were able to enjoy such peaceful and memorable moments. So then people come back at her. She then removes her post. It's another young lady that was talking about it. Nobody knows you better than I do. And you know me, and I'm going to miss you. And, you know, I don't know what I'm going to do and all that. And relationship or not, we were still together. So,
how did he die? Is it drug overdose or something?
Well, they're saying that, but
alleged.
But what they're also talking about is that he has some special, and I don't know what the disease. I was asking my mom. My mom was a doctor, everybody. So I was asking her what it's called. She was like, I can't remember the thing. It's a flap over your esophagus to keep stuff from coming open over into your esophagus and going out and choking you. And so they think he had that, which meant he probably didn't always need to go to sleep, smoke some, you know, whatever, and lay down, because it suppresses your breathing abilities. You know, it calms your nervous system. And so they think that that's kind of might have what he asphyxiated.
I love that one song.
His name of the song is Lifestyle.
Yeah, Lifestyle.
Man. I love that.
Ooh. That's another good one.
Get the Quan.
Outstanding job, Ollie. I know you're going to be in the chat room, Ollie. Stick around because we may be calling you back here shortly, Ollie.
I'll be ready for the second story I didn't get to tell y'all because it was good.
Okay.
Rich Homie Quan.
We'll do that when Doug leaves at 8 o'clock, Ollie. Up next in the Doghouse with the Two Live Stews and the Two Live Stews experiment.
They're coming for Dion.
We'll get into this last 48.
They're coming for Dion. If you look at the 24 hours after the loss in the Two Live Stews Facebook chat group, which by the way has like 40,000 people in it, just littered with Dion hate.
Yeah,
I mean just littered, and I hate to see that because he gets enough of that from the media and from them other people,
and he does so much good in the hood.
I feel like we doing it. If because he's getting so much hate from other people, we can keep it real, but we don't need to pile on. You see what I'm saying?
No, man, but that's not how we get down, man. I mean, it's like blood in the water, man. The sharks are coming. If there's blood in the water, the sharks are coming.
And that's sad.
Yeah, man, we're our worst enemy. We'll do it to ourselves. No question, man. We're not about supporting the brother. Man, reminder for Man Cave Monday tonight at Bazooka, 7 to 11 p.m. Monday Night Football, poker, so much more. Whiskey tasting,
hand roll cigars,
drinks.
Yeah,
that's right. Hand roll cigars,
massages. Is Brazil up in there? I mean, they giving massages up in there.
Southern Edge will be one of the premier whiskeys on hand, so y'all come and hang out, man. I'm trying to make it. I'm not positive I will. Somebody that was gonna ride with me is gonna back out, but we're gonna pay some bills, man, and to get on this last 48 when we get back. Y'all keep it locked to your boys, the Two Live Stews, Doug Stewart and Ryan Stewart, and the Two Live Stews Experience. Yeah.
The best of the Two Live Stews Experience.
People want me talk about dating a celebrity. People want me to date Sexy Red. That shit ain't gonna happen.
Well, but real quick,
I would never even throw my darn line in the Sexy Red water.
Listen, if you're about the business, of this show, and you can come up on Sexy Red, that would be huge for us.
Man, you crazy. I wouldn't put your penis in Sexy Red. I cleaned that up the best way I could.
God is good.
You gotta be kidding
Lord, please
me.
forgive us. Lord, please forgive us.
God
is good all the time, and all the
me.
time God is good. If you don't know him and need to find him and show him love, that's all he's showing you. Nothing but love. Yeah, man. If you got your PP on these streets, man, you need to put it in something that's gonna benefit the show. Straight up. Take one for the team.
Nah, that's not gonna happen. I'll sexy your red.
The best of the Two Live Stews Experience.
Hey, people, it's your boy Chubb Rock. There's a new sheriff in town, Southern Edge Beverage Company. And let me tell you, you better taste the edge. Watch this. Taste the edge. Sweet tea vodka, salted caramel whiskey will rock you. The taste is smooth and refreshing. Gluten-free, no harsh burn for the blessing. Make it neat. Have it on ice. Buy both bottles. Have it twice. Mix with your favorite fruit juice. Nice. Mix a liqueur combo. Hype. We're black owned. Yeah. Finest in Atlanta telephone. College Park. Check this bone. Sweet tea, vodka, fix your fam. Southern Edge Beverages, Instagram. Salted caramel whiskey on the edge. New sheriff in town, baby. Taste the edge. Southern Edge can be found in the following locations in the metro Atlanta area. Total Wine and More in Alpharetta. Camp Creek World of Beverages. Prohibition Liquor. Firewater Package. Crest Wine and Spirits. And Bim's Package Store. It's time to taste the edge. Southern Edge, baby.
Southern Edge, baby. Y'all know what time it is, man. It's your boys, the Two Live Stews, Doug Stewart and Ryan Stewart. And this is not the Two Live Stews experiment, like I may have said. Those gummies are kicking in. It's the Two Live Stews Experience, damn it. Yeah.
Hey, couple of ball awards before we jump into the last 48. Last 48 are the last.
You better hurry up because Tree gonna get to you if you go too long.
The last 48 are the top 5 memes in the Two Live Stews Facebook chat group in the last 48 hours. Ball award to Ezekiel Elliott.
Yes.
The Cowboys had a big win yesterday, very decisive win on yesterday against the Cleveland Browns, 33-17. And Zeke looked like he found the fountain of youth.
But listen, how long
he
will
got
he have
a little
fountain?
pep in his step.
Man, it was 10 carries for 40 yards. Stop it.
But
he's a damn Cowboy fan right now.
So I actually was home. I got back home by the time that game came on. Sir, the first carry he jumped over a dude. He hurdled a dude.
So listen, man.
He
had
ran
a 4 yard
hard to me. He looked great to me yesterday in those 10 carries.
He had a 4-yard average, which is huge. If you give him the ball 3 times consecutively, that means he should get a first down every 3 carries. So
Right.
that's huge. However, man, it's 10 carries for 40 yards. Stop it. He's not going to bring much to the table, man.
Okay, he's starting.
He's starting.
Okay,
He's starting,
he must be doing enough to get a starting position.
And he looked good. And while we're talking about Dallas, man, let's talk about Dak Prescott's money. He got paid, sir.
Yes. Congratulations to that young man. $60 million a year.
A year.
Give
Whole
that
year.
man his money.
Got his money.
I
Got his
love
money.
it.
And see, here's what people are talking about. I want people to understand.
And you're watching the Two Live Stews Experience.
For Dallas Cowboy fans that are befuddled or upset with Jerry for taking so long. The reason why they're upset is because Jerry could have set the market at 52 or 53 last year. Okay? You knew Dak was going to get his money. You knew he deserved his money. But the longer you wait to pay him his money, when other quarterbacks get their money, now the number goes up for what you have to pay him. And everybody questions whether he's worthy of $60 million a year or not. But because of Love's deal, because of everybody else's deal, the Lions quarterback, Jacksonville's quarterback, Trevor Lawrence, you got to pay Dak $60 million a year. That's why people are mad. He deserves it, but people question if he should have gotten it.
It ain't no big deal. The way money works, compounding interest, that $8 million difference, he made $8 million within that time frame, probably.
I agree, but you still could have got him cheaper than $240 million.
Ball award, and this is kind of abstract, but ball award to the Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Why when Pittsburgh come to town to Atlanta, man, it seems like they take over the stadium.
Hey, man, I have several former teammates from Georgia Tech that were from Pennsylvania and Pittsburgh. I don't know. There's some kind of pipeline, I guess, for people from PA coming to Georgia, man.
Right.
But you're right. The stadium was packed with yellow and gold and terrible towels.
Oh, my gosh. Terrible towels galore at the bins, man. It was crazy. And the same thing happens whenever Dallas comes to town as well. If you're new to the show, we're based in Atlanta, Georgia. Right. You know, somebody watching in Cambodia right now, like, what are they talking about? What are they talking
about? Okay, let's see here real quick. Pittsburgh, Dallas, Washington, and Green Bay. If any of those teams come, it's full with fans from those cities.
I can't attest to Green Bay, but yeah, the Commanders as well. They got a huge national fan base.
Man, there'd be a plethora of cheeseheads in there. Go ahead before Tree have an aneurysm.
Yeah, there we go. All right, Tree, roll out the first slide from the last 48.
I do not want her to have an aneurysm on our dime.
Yeah, man. So one man's triumph is another man's defeat, and so goes life. Okay. Notre Dame goes down. This brother right here, Coach Hammock, head coach of Northern Illinois University, the biggest upset over the weekend. Here's my question to you, though.
In Notre Dame, man. In Notre Dame.
Here's my question. And I know people are going to say, man, you petty. Leave that man alone. Let him celebrate. Why the crying? He cried after the game too. Same thing the Michigan coach did last year too after his first win when he got the job at Michigan. Why these brothers just crying? Like
this ain't got nothing to do with me, Tree. Ain't got nothing to do with me.
Why they shedding tears? Like I don't get that. That was nothing to cry about. Not like that.
Look, man, I agree with you. Before I say anything else, I agree with you. Okay,
help me understand.
Okay, let me help you understand, sir. The deck was stacked against him, and he was literally overcome by the Spirit, overcome with happiness. Sometimes you're so freaking happy when the impossible happens for you and your team. When those guys worked so freaking hard, did everything he asked for since 2 days, since training camp in the heat. They didn't fuss. They didn't moan. They didn't say, Coach, take it easy. They just did what he asked them to do. He was overcome with happiness.
And let me make sure I say this
and that brings about tears, man. When you're so happy that you can't even do anything but cry. I think that's a gift to God. I really do.
Congratulations.
I'm so happy, man. I'm so happy. I love it, man.
Congratulations to Thomas Hammock, head coach of Northern Illinois University.
Yes.
They beat Notre Dame.
Notre Dame, man.
But and
Notre Dame was ranked 5th, man. It's huge for him. That's gonna do a lot for his wallet and his next deal. That may make his next deal happen, sir.
But why would he cry though?
See.
Wouldn't he talk shit? Wouldn't he go crazy? Yeah. I mean, wouldn't he be happy? I told my boys we were going to do this. I told them, just have faith. This is what we're going to do. We're going to beat Notre Dame. Y'all with me or y'all against me? Y'all with me? Could he not have a moment like that? Why the crying?
And then when he loses to Presbyterian next week, the people come for him like they come for Dion. When you act like that. But when you're humble, and when you're proud, And when you're just happy for your organization and your players, sometimes some water come out your eyes, man.
Him and the coach from Michigan even look like they could be related.
Yeah, well, you think all black people look alike.
What?
You do.
That's not true. I don't know. I found that odd, and I haven't seen really anybody talk about it. Oh, I wanted Tree to play this last. I'm sorry, Tree. I wanted you to do that one last. Yeah, that's right. We'll do it last. We'll come back to that one. Go ahead. Next one, Tree. From Tree. Oh,
Tree, get your microphone ready.
This is actually posted by Tree. Tree posted, nailed to the mother flipping yeah. Doug may lose his mind, but cashews everything around Caleb. Watch them hands turn into a bag. Grandma's hands. What? With Doug Stewart. Caleb Williams, this is what he did this weekend for his first start in the NFL, man. He painted his nails like a woman. All right, Tree.
Good morning.
Good morning, Tree.
I would like to thank the Academy. I would like to thank the UAW Local Dictators Association for choosing me. I mean, I never thought. I just play around in the chat.
So Tree, you're in great support of Caleb Williams painting his fingernails like a girl.
Why do people think that nail polish is going to make a man gay?
No, nobody
Who said that?
Nobody ever said it was going to make him gay. I never said that was going to make him gay.
You didn't say that. The chat was going crazy, calling him a gay man. I'm just saying this man is securing his bag. Grandma's Hands is a song by Bill Withers. You're not musical, Doug. I understand.
Oh, no, I'm very musical. I just performed yesterday evening, as a matter of fact, before I came back to Atlanta for the Citadel South Carolina State Bulldogs.
Okay, he should get his money, and he shouldn't be ostracized for his decisions. None of this is going to turn. Is he doing the job that they hired him to do?
Yeah, Tree, sure.
Yeah,
well, he didn't.
Yeah.
For the record, he didn't do the job good yesterday. But for the record,
he didn't have a
but
great
he
game.
is doing the job, so he has to do a good job in order to
They did win. He threw for 93 yards, 14-29. That is not a good first outing. The team won because of special teams and because of defense, but he's the quarterback, so he gets the win too. Okay.
Well, regardless of how he played yesterday or period, this is not our business. Not really, to be like, it just cracks me up how outraged people are.
Why is it not our business? It's a public display. Go ahead.
Who decided that nail polish was for women? Some person a long time ago made some rules.
Right. For the record, I do agree that he's probably going to end up getting a bag because of this, but colored nail polish is for women. Guys tend not to do that.
Are y'all
I'm
kidding
not
me
here
right
to
now?
change your mind.
I don't have a problem with it because I want the kid to get his bag too. But it's I mean,
man.
Is Caleb shooting up schools? No. Is Caleb buying guns for children? No. There are far worse things that we could consume ourselves with. And again, I'm just happy to be chosen because Doug doesn't really notice any of us. So thanks for the opportunity.
I think that was a slight. I think that was a dig at you.
I mean,
I think that whole thing just now was a shot.
Why?
Shots have been fired.
It's too much for me to even get into to talk about Caleb painting his fingernails. But why? I just don't understand why.
And what I was trying to figure out what the letters meant or what word was being said with the letters. Is it bears?
That's the last thing I care about. I don't care about none of that. I'm just why? What's the point? And kids are impressionable. This guy's the number one pick in the draft. So guess what? There's going to be some kids, some little boys out there that do this.
No question.
And in this year's Little League football season, there are probably hundreds of little boys playing small fry pee-wee football that are painting their nails because they saw Caleb Williams do it.
I agree that there could be worse that they're doing if that's all they're doing is painting their nails. I mean, I get it. And again,
this is a pop-up topic. This is a pop-up topic because it's too much.
Okay. All right.
Lawrence Joseph. Shouts out Lawrence Joseph, top contributor. He's got Boo halftime show, Kendrick Lamar, Sunday, February 9th this year. What are your thoughts? Thumbs up, thumbs down. We've talked about Kendrick Lamar. You Kendrick Lamar, thumbs up, thumbs down. You like him?
I love Kendrick. I think he's awesome. I think he's great for the culture.
I've seen some publications where they try to say he's the greatest. He's number 1 and number 2 all-time rapper. I mean,
you and I are succinct when it comes to that. I don't think he's been around long enough to be the greatest ever, but he's fire. He's a literal genius, a literary genius.
This beef between him and Drake, quote unquote, probably got him the bag because he's been the top
he had
person
the bag
they're talking about in the last 6 months because of that They Not Like Us song or whatever.
Had the bag way before that, though. Oh yeah,
but I mean,
getting hits.
Do you not think that the beef between him and Drake and the They Not Like Us song in particular helped him get this gig?
No, I think he was a mainstay rapper and known by the masses before the beef with Drake.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not really a fan like that. I'm not a fan really at all. I mean, I've said it before. I don't like his voice.
Well, but you're stuck on old school though. You have a hard time seeing and liking what the youth movement has brought to the culture. You have a problem with that.
Right. All right. One more. We got any more? Or is this the last one? Oh yeah, we didn't even talk about this.
Buster Award to Miami-Dade police.
So Tyreek gets arrested, pulled out of his car, put on the ground. They threw cuffs on him. Then I guess I don't even know. I still don't know what the problem was. Tyreek Hill gets pulled out of his car and they let him go. And
alleged reckless driving and or speeding near the stadium.
So one of the officers that were on the scene at the time has got suspended with no pay. So evidently they were wrong. The police were wrong when they pulled him out of the car. He was on his way headed to the game that they had yesterday in Miami, and they pulled a ninja out of the car and put cuffs on him for whatever reason.
They're not saying that they're wrong. They're saying that they are doing an extensive investigation as of right now. More than likely, after they do their investigation, this will disappear and we'll never hear anything else about it again, because that's typically what they do when they've wronged someone that looks like us.
Hey,
it just goes away.
So listen, I got to jump out. I'm actually going to go in the green room because last week these jokers had a quick meeting, and if they have another quick meeting, I'll pop back in if y'all still in here.
Okay, well, good.
But I got to go.
Hey, man, we appreciate your contribution to this point. Thank you very much. Bye. We can really have some fun now and enjoy ourselves. It's your boys, the Two Live Students, Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart. Boy, I am happy that he is gone. It's like a whole cloud in the room just moved to the other side. Tyreek was detained outside of the Dolphin Stadium, and he said obviously everybody has had bad apples in every situation. So I want to be able to use this platform to make it right between me and the Dade Police, Miami-Dade Police, and the community. So he's taking the high road. He also said he still didn't know exactly why he was handcuffed. He and one of his teammates were handcuffed and then detained briefly and then let go. And as Doug mentioned, the police officer that did the cuffing and the stuffing has been relegated to desk duties for now while there is an investigation. So let's stay up with that and can't pay attention to that. Tyreek Hill finished the game with 7 catches, 130 yards, had an 80-yard TD. So if they know what I know, they need to find a way to get him arrested every single game, before the game at least, because them numbers was real. I know. It's not funny. And I'm not trying to laugh at him being detained and or arrested. But I am saying the ninja balled after getting out of them cuffs. He was going to show and prove that he's better than just any other convict. That's right. He came out there and balled out. 130 yards. Outstanding job. One more thing before we get out of here. Tree, is that one of the last 48, Tree? It is? Okay, let's do that one. Whelp, brought to us by our good brother Hayes. The Jordan sad face. Whenever you see that, you know what that means. And because this Jordan sad face is holding a Rise Up towel, that means that it's a Falcons fan that was saying rise up, but now they've got the Jordan sad face. Falcons fans, I'm sorry. I wasn't at the game because I'm still in Detroit. I'll be coming back after today's show. You deserve better. And everybody and their mama predicted that y'all would win the NFC South. Okay? NFC South is Atlanta, New Orleans, Tampa Bay. Was it Minnesota? Whoever it is in the South. New Orleans. New Orleans, Tampa Bay, Falcons, and Carolina. That's the NFC South. Everyone predicted that the Falcons would be the winner in the NFC South this year. After a tough loss, where our gimp-ass quarterback threw 2 interceptions, and Tampa Bay found a way to win, and not just found a way to win. Tampa Bay played a hell of a game yesterday. They played a hell of a game last night. Beat the Commanders 37-20. Baker Mayfield was in total control offensively. Defensively, they played well. They called a good game. Mike Evans had like 3 touchdowns, played outstanding. So now, just that quick, the pendulum has swung. Okay? People are now no longer saying, oh, this is the Falcons conference to lose or division to lose. They're saying, oh, they're going to be behind the Bucs someplace. I'm sorry, Falcons fans. Y'all deserve better. And I think you have better with Michael Penix Jr. on the sideline. But what we saw from Kirk Cousins yesterday, that's not the guy you want to carry the season into with. Dred, what's up, player?
What's happening, man? What's going on?
To you, man. Good morning to you, man. Did you ring the bell?
Man.
Because
I didn't
sometimes
ring
I don't
the
hear the
bell.
bell when they ring it. Okay.
Sometimes I just come through the window.
From the window to the wall. What's your thoughts on the Falcons,
man? It's like a preseason game for the Falcons. Pittsburgh. One thing I told people prior to the game why I picked Pittsburgh to win is because Mike Tomlin, he knows how to win ugly football games. And you saw TJ Watt, man. He was just a terror, man. He just rigged up everything, especially considering the quarterback can't move more than 1 inch off the spot. So
he's a gimp.
I mean, long as Justin Fields didn't turn the ball over, they were going to win. And 6 field goals later, and that's what you got.
TJ Watt had a couple of tackles, couple of assists, had 1 sack, had a caused fumble, had a recovered fumble. He was all over the place. Played amazing this past weekend.
He was there.
Go ahead with your thoughts, Nadi. Go ahead, Nadi.
Yeah, he was there. Where I just think it's going to take a few games before Kirk Cousins and the offense get to where they need to be. These first few games are going to be like preseason games.
Well, Nadi, they're not preseason games. I want you to understand that. Every last loss, every last win to this point matters. Preseason games don't. So I don't know how much longer the Falcons fans, and you're a Falcons supporter. I don't know if you're a fan. You're a Falcons supporter.
I like the Steelers. I'm a Steelers supporter.
Okay. How much time do they give this gimp back in the pocket when you've got a Michael Penix Jr. who's shown signs of really, really, really being good? How much time do they give Kirk?
$100 million guarantee. So you give him all the time he needs.
No.
That's what $100 million guarantee says.
But then you drafted with the 8th overall pick another quarterback, so there's some guarantees with that too.
Correct. He at least gonna sit on the bench for a year. But the Falcons got a really good defense, and they play in a division where I don't think they're gonna have much issues with Carolina. You saw what they looked like yesterday. Tampa Bay did look impressive yesterday, but they played Washington, who has a rookie quarterback who can't move the ball. He played like Justin Fields. So, and then you got New Orleans, which I can't put too much stock in New Orleans. They played Carolina. So, I mean, yeah, I think the Falcons will be all right. I don't think it's time to push the panic button after one game.
Okay. All right. We're going to get into this chat room here in a second. Appreciate you, Dred. Shouts out to you, man. Pay a few bills. After you pay these bills, a little bit of chat. And I'm going to remind you about some good folks, man, by the name of Bay 11 Clothes. I'll talk about them in the next segment. No tree, we're not doing that in the next segment? Yeah, okay. Whatever y'all do, Dogs Poodles, y'all keep it locked. It's Two Live Stews, Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart. Two Live Stews Experience. Doug may be back, but if he's not, I'll be back here shortly in a second. I'll talk to you about Bay 11 Towing, as well as read your chat. And maybe Arlie and Tree and Nutty might pop in to finish up with their Monday thoughts for balls and busters. Y'all keep it locked to your boys, the Two Live Stews, Doug Stewart and Ryan Stewart, and the Two Live Stews Experience.
Let's be clear. A clean, healthy environment is what you and your family deserve. The truth is, our indoor air can be up to 5 times more polluted than outdoor air, which can dramatically affect respiratory health, especially among children and the elderly. The solution is clear. Clear filters trap and remove dangerous particles from the air, keeping substances like bacteria, viruses, mold, dust, and pollen from accumulating in your home and other indoor spaces. Clear filters offer a diverse selection of filters that meet the highest industry standards. Clear filters catch even the tiniest contaminants, creating a healthier and safer breathing experience in your home and other indoor environments without compromising the integrity of your heating, ventilation, and air conditioning systems. Visit ProjectClear.org and take advantage of all the benefits a cleaner, healthier, pollution-free environment has to offer. And together, let's clear the air.
It's your boys, the Two Live Stews, Doug Stewart and Ryan Stewart. Doug Stewart is making the donuts. That leaves me to finish things up. Ball Award and a shout out to everyone that's been a part of today's show in the chat room. Thank y'all so much. We're going to read chat messages here in a second. We're inundated with tons and tons and tons of funny, insightful, witty chat messages. So we're going to read them. Shouts out to all the good folks that have decided to bless us with sponsorships. NPE, Bay 11 Automotive, which I'm going to talk about here in a second. The good folks from Southern Edge and Clear. And financial education and guidance. We're going to talk about them here shortly. They do an outstanding job. Being stranded on the side of the road, y'all, in Metro Atlanta is very, very stressful and it's dangerous. Bay 11 Towing is who you need to call. Bay 11 Towing's response times always outpace those national brands. I've been beside the road in Atlanta before, and when you're waiting for hours on a tow truck, it's not cool. Bay 11 Towing says they get to you faster and they're more cost-effective and efficient while doing so. Whether you're dealing with a flat tire, a dead battery, or a full-on straight breakdown, the team at Bay 11 Towing is ready to get you safely back on the road or get your vehicle and yourself where you need to be. So next time you find yourself in a jam, Bay 11 Towing, give them a call at 404-770-6949. Again, that's 404-770-6949. Bay 11 Towing, where speed and savings come together to get you safely to your destination. Check them out at 404-770-6949. Fast, reliable towing that doesn't cost a fortune. Bay 11 Towing. We appreciate you, Bay 11 Towing. Dr. Plutus, we're going to bring the group in here real quick. A lot of opinions and thoughts about Caleb and his fingernails. A lot of thoughts about the Notre Dame quarterback who's pale, let the people in the chat room call it, and he's not being critiqued and or talked about. Now let me start with this, and I'll go to you first. When teams lose and or they win, it's hard to just point out one aspect of the team that caused the win or one aspect that caused the loss. Do you agree?
I agree with that. It's a team game.
It's called a team.
It's called a team.
Right.
It's not boxing. It's not track and field.
It's not race car.
It's not race car. It's not NASCAR. Well, NASCAR is a team too.
Yeah.
Because the guys don't put the tires on if they fumble the lugs and they don't do what they're supposed to do, the team's gonna lose.
Correct.
If the driver falls asleep, the team's gonna lose.
It's not tennis.
In tennis, in individual sport, it's hard to say this is why you lost, this is why you won. Now, your thoughts on Notre Dame. What made NIU the better team this past weekend in South Bend?
Well, first off, NIU has a team that's been together for a few years. You know, they got a lot of juniors and seniors on that team who, you know, believed in each other and they fought. They fought like hell to win the game. I mean, Notre Dame's quarterback didn't play particularly well, but again, it's a team football game. And I just think NIU gave them the fight of their life, literally. You know,
your thoughts on head coach from NIU crying, Nadi?
It was a big win. It was their first win against the top 10 team in the program's history. So, I mean, he broke ground. I mean, he made history. He was proud of those boys for believing in themselves and not believing that luck was going. Right.
And they saw it through.
It's a process. This process started years ago. You know, so I mean, it was beautiful, man. The crying and the emotion means they really want it. They really want to win. We see guys cry sometimes after a loss because it really means something in these games. Right. You really want to win. So it's good to see tears of joy.
It's good to see emotion.
Right. Tree, you smiling like you got something you want to say, Tree. Even though your phone is muted, we got to get that phone unmuted, Tree. That's okay.
It's not a phone.
Well, Rel is he is acting up in here. I'm laughing at his chat, but I don't know why Doug is so averse to crying. And since he's not here, I'll just share a little bit of something. There was one time when me and Doug had a moment and I started crying and he was like, I can't talk to you right now, Tree. I can't talk. And just got off the phone. He literally, I can't talk to you right now. He don't do emotions.
He's not the only one, so don't. That's a Stewart brother thing.
Yeah. I don't do emotion. I don't do
emotion.
Just hang
up. Okay. I'm talking to you later. Click.
Right. Yep.
It's like they touched some boo boo or something. Like it's okay to cry. It really is.
But truth is,
cry on your own damn time, not on mine though.
Right. We don't. And we don't get, boys are taught because I'm a boy mom. Shout out to all the boy moms out there. We don't teach my child even now. It's like, I got it. And he will, I'm like, it's okay to have an emotion. That is not how they're taught. And I hate it for them. But I also don't want them to be so emotional. Cause how you going to run this household and you over here just fell out in the floor?
There's a balance.
So
there's a balance.
But I agree with him for crying. I don't think it was more so.
Yeah.
It was more like, y'all don't know what it took for me to get to a head coaching position. Then I get to a head coach position. I whoop a Notre Dame team, which of course Real was like, how did they even get in the top 10 in the first place?
And people keep saying top 10. They were number 5. So say top 5.
Right.
Top 5 team.
Top 5 sounds better than top 10.
Right.
It does. Right. So they're the top 5 team. They've always been known to Fighting Irish. Everybody knows the Fighting Irish. They've always had a football program for as long as I can remember. My daddy making me sit down and watch football. And for you to beat them, it's like a Pastor Paul Moore said, your tears are just a release. He just like,
right.
Woo, I'm not even here like
it wasn't about him. It was about those kids.
Those boys, yeah.
I agree.
He wasn't crying for himself. He was crying because he was proud of the work that those boys put in
no question.
For years.
Yep.
It's not just a couple months thing. This is for years.
Right.
I do think that the skill position when it comes to the NIL and the portal, I think when you load up on skill position players, that's one thing. But your O-line and your D-line, the core of the offense and defense, that needs to be a unit that's been around each other for a while for them to really be able to do what they need to do. Let's get to the chat.
There's some new people in the chat, Brian. Make sure you I mean, you'll know because we know the return.
Well, let me say this real quick, though, Tree. When I go to the chat, I pretty much just go straight to the starred chat.
Yeah,
So,
we put them in there. I just want to recognize all of the. I don't know what you guys are doing, but thank you so much because every time I see a new name, I'm just like, I feel so much gratitude. I might start crying. I'll be back.
Right. Well, if you cry, we're gonna get you the hell out of here, Tree.
He's gonna push your button. You're gonna eject from the room.
Real Scott said Buster Wars, Notre Dame, Kirk Cousins, and the entire O-line for the Falcons. Yeah, for as long as they've been together, they're one of the offensive lines that's remained consistent over the years, at least the last 2 years.
Can't nobody want them name going nowhere.
It's hard to protect when your quarterback can't move.
Let me say this,
He can't move around the pocket.
The pocket often moves based upon what the quarterback is doing. And if the quarterback ain't moving, then the pocket ain't moving either. And there's nothing the O-line can do.
I mean,
so yeah, Real, I get your frustrations with the offensive line for the Falcons, but again, I think it was the gimp more than the offensive line not being able to protect the quarterback that can't get nowhere.
Right. Now, I tell you a bad offensive line. That Colorado offensive line is awful.
That O-line is terrible.
But but like I think Ryan said earlier, they're all new because he's pulling people and they're trying to get. But I feel like Deion, if anybody understands it from a player's perspective, he knows how important it is for them to gel. So he has to be out there doing activities and making sure that not the activities. And I don't want nobody coming for me like we ain't out here knitting nothing, Arlie. But I mean, like you used to talk about, there's time during the off season where we all gonna go watch movies or we're gonna all do stuff so we know each other's thoughts and patterns. And I got your back, and I just feel like. I mean, Deion is electric. He's going to be able to mobilize these dudes. He just needs an opportunity, some time.
Speaking of units spending time together, the DBs on Tuesdays would watch film together because Tuesdays was our off day. And one night I had them come over to my crib to watch some tape. And I had left my medicine on the counter. I used to keep my medicine on the counter. And a couple of those guys were non-medicine users, and they were like blown away when they came and saw my medicine on my counter. Like, hey man,
how are you doing with this medicine? What I want to know. How you still out here on this field and anybody caught you in one of them urine tests somewhere?
Well, but
that's
again, back then, and I think it's still that way now. Back then, you knew when you would be getting tested.
Right.
They used to get Ernest on random tests all the time.
Well, but they tested Ernest because they knew Ernest was clean. They tested him randomly all the time.
Isn't marijuana allowed now? I mean, medicine. Sorry.
I don't think medicine is allowed.
Well,
Major League Baseball.
I don't know if it's allowed now or not. I don't know if it's allowed now or not. But I do know this. Back in the day, the only test that happened throughout the course of the year consistently was steroid tests. But tests for drugs of abuse only happened once a year.
Abuse.
Right. So if you were a powder user or a smoker or doing something else, then yeah, you would only get caught sometime between March and April. Only testing for that then. So everyone knew you need to be clean during March and April.
Oh God. I just
and
feel
now
like
that they figured out
clean for the season, and then I indulge off season, and then I just
for the record,
simple.
I've been calling it medicine since I got to the league because that's what I was using it for, to assist with recovery.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
and that's what everyone uses it for, right?
It was
not everyone. Some people.
It was a pain management tool for me back then. I wasn't
in their mind
doing it necessarily to get my mind to have the psychiatric or the psychiatric effects. Damn. There goes the fun. I really enjoyed it.
All the fun. Okay, it's been fun.
Thanks
for
right.
Okay, goodbye.
Guess who's back?
Dougie's back.
We need some smoke to come up.
I know. I'm like, shit. I came to get you, my little pretties.
So yeah, we were reading chat, man, and talking about medicine on the table, and I was talking about how I invited my teammates to my house, and some of them were taken aback when my medicine was on the table and they saw it. And, some of them
take a lot of medicine, man.
Well, I mean, I wasn't taking a lot of medicine back then, but now my back and neck and stuff is so torn up with scoliosis and other stuff. I need to take the medicine.
Yeah, but I've
seen all of y'all judging me. I need the
Nobody's
medicine.
judging. Nobody's.
Doug was judging me.
I think we were on a golf tournament somewhere when a man trips, and we stayed in the same room. And that morning, you took like 30 pills, man. I was like, should I say something to him or? I
They can
mean,
give you a whole bunch of stuff, but now he was on medicine for real. Like, ooh, you got to take this for the neck and this for my arm, and I got bone spurs running through here. They found bones flowing through my body.
Yeah, all y'all see is game on Sundays. Y'all don't know what goes into this, man. Y'all don't know what it's done to my body and my mind, physically and mentally.
The older I get, the older I get.
Can't hear you.
Every play I'm watching, and I'm like, ooh, like the hits are like unbelievable, and I can't believe we did that. Like,
still to this day, when someone gets injured and they replay it, I don't look. I turn my head because I can't see it. I feel it. If there's a hard hit or an injury, and I look at it, I physically feel it in my body.
I can't. It's hard to watch too. I've had one incident where my child was out there and hit, and he didn't get back up. When you talk about, I'm running around I'm over there. I was about to straight across, but I didn't want to get anybody in. But oh my God, it's the worst feeling ever when somebody just doesn't get back up easily. Oh,
you can't. You know good well you can't jump no fence on. You got to find a gate.
Doug, can you take over reading the chat?
Sure. For the next 5 minutes.
Go.
Well, do you not like the way I read, Tree? What's going on here?
Apparently not.
I'll be damned.
I mean, you can't read. You can't. Your medicine. You just. Ooh.
I'll be damned.
So
from loose neck side, Rome ain't built in a day. Doug Stewart. What is he talking about?
The team, the Falcons, and
yeah. Okay.
No, Ryan is the Gimp though.
Totally unnecessary.
Real quick before y'all continue, can I ask why I was taken off of reading chat duty?
Right.
No, it's embarrassing.
For real.
It's embarrassing. I just want to know why.
Don't do him like that.
I'm producing a show. That's all I got.
Damned.
Next.
Right.
John Jones, Southside Johnny wants to know will y'all all be speaking on Matt Ryan's Jr. I guess he's talking about Cousins. Rod Pearson, the great Tyreek couldn't outrun Florida police, busted to Dade County.
Yeah. Did you hear that, Tree? Did you hear that just now?
We'll talk about it after. Y'all just y'all don't know how to.
Y'all were talking about Tyreek
supporting him.
Dogs and poodles. I'm still here. I want you to know I am still here.
Keep reading.
Loose neck side ball award to my Dallas Cowboys. They look good. They did look. I mean, it's week 1 though.
Yeah.
Lehman Wiley, just like 790 to zone old times. Thank you, sir, Mr. Lehman. Loose neck side.
Doug, real quick.
Yes, sir.
I do want to talk about something real quick. Is there anything the Cleveland Browns can do because they got to pay this kid so much money?
Yes, there is something they can do.
What can they do, Dred?
They can reinstate Deshaun Watson's Instagram and allow him to get a pregame and a postgame massage. He need those massages, man. Until he can start.
I knew that's where you were going.
Until he can start to get a masseuse pre and post game, I'm out on Deshaun.
So I'm
24 and 45, 169 yards, 1 TD, and 2 interceptions.
Get your ass back on this camera.
The first 3 quarters was the most horrific performance I think I've ever seen in a quarterback. But the fourth quarter, he started hitting receivers.
Dogs and poodles, it's me.
I think a light switch came on in the fourth quarter, Noddy.
No, the light switch didn't come on. In the fourth quarter, defenses start, they was up. They started playing back. Look, man, the man been dealing with a sore shoulder for the last 2 years. One thing I know that gets rid of a sore shoulder is a good masseuse. So? This man needs his massages. I don't understand why they can't see that.
And Noddy, that man can't go nowhere around a massage therapist.
Well, then they wasted $245 million.
Yeah, he's struggling, man.
Say it again, Noddy. A what shoulder?
So it's from Atlanta.
Noddy, say that. Thank you.
A sore shoulder.
James Cooper busted in my Fighting Irish. Some calling for the coach's job prematurely, I think. Absolutely. Yeah, I don't want to see that. They got a young brother as the coach in Notre Dame.
No, they're gonna run his ass up out of there. I mean, he may get fired within the next two or 3 weeks. You lose
can't
the NIU
lose in Northern Illinois though.
In South Bend?
Ooh.
No way.
Craig Pryor, NASCAR recruits ex-football players for pit crews. FM and NASCAR loves black people. Ask Bubba Wallace. He's being facetious with that. He's being sarcastic,
Absolutely.
right?
Yeah. I was going to ask Ollie, did you hear any disparaging remarks while you were down in the midfield down there?
No, but I did see some T-shirts that were disturbing. I was like, how he get to wear that to work? But I just
of the workers
because one of the workers he had on a little thing or head thing. Everybody got on headgear though. But it's
Ollie, what did the T-shirt say, please?
Yeah, there were a couple of things like stuff. The stuff outside was a little more aggressive. Not a lot though. I'm surprised. I think they banned the Confederate flag from
You mean in the
downtown.
parking lot?
Yeah, in the parking lot. But
Oh,
when I
okay.
went in the pit, there was a man with a Trump van support shirt on, and I just
Okay.
thought that's inappropriate at your job, particularly with. So it's such a hot topic, but I guess you have the right to wear and do what you want. So it is what it is.
I thought all those people in the pit crew were in uniform. They
I
wore
did
the
too,
same thing.
But he was sitting back. So there's like the pit part, and then there's a line you have to stand behind, and it's like a little, you almost like drive back there, I guess. And it's another yellow line, and then people sitting back there too next to these big old things. Because as soon as those cars crash, then people are out. You know how if you hurt your leg and then you come and sit and watch the rest of the game or something?
Right.
That's not what they do. They packing up all this equipment and they put it in this pod looking thing. And so the man was back there by one of these little pods. And I thought that was interesting. He had on a headset. So I thought that was interesting.
Okay. RC, I recently found out that the great Apollonia is Mexican. Had a lot of folks' food. Apollonia was Mexican or is Mexican?
I thought she was mid. Well,
I can see that. I can see that. She had some kind of flavor. Yeah, she had some kind of flavor.
She could just be a black girl.
Thought she was black. Y'all thought she was black?
I did.
No, I didn't think she was black.
Any woman that got a little melanin in her skin, we accept as black. That's
right.
Now.
But you won't marry her. Oh, sorry.
Soaked themselves in the waters of Lake Minnetonka. That was one of the greatest moments of my life.
It was, yeah.
Rod Pinson. Somebody needs to send Prime some Southern Edge.
Yes.
We should get Prime a bottle of Southern Edge. That's
I've tried to do that, but he's not returning our calls.
Oh. Ooh.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, man. I mean, it happens. Ron Lee, I bet there were times at 790 when you probably felt like you had to put someone in a chokehold with the way they treated you all. Oh, my gosh. The most glaring example of that is...
real quick, Doug, it's going to be in the book. It's going to be in the book.
That's right. Yeah. Speaking of which, ain't we supposed to be... Okay,
where's our T-shirt? We getting books. We getting T-shirts. It's
Monty Weatherall, Prime Time, the GOAT, Coach Prime, not a good Power 5 coach.
Talk about work.
You gotta get more players.
Yeah, I don't think we can
better coordinators.
I mean, but he hasn't proven to be a good coach either.
Well, no,
he makes some calls.
First stop.
I mean, he made some calls. I mean, not as just last year, but last game. I mean, why every time it's 4th and 1, you in the shotgun and you hand it off to the running back, and your offensive line is no good. You keep doing the same thing over and over. Turn the ball over.
This shotgun thing is out of control, man.
Well, and it's not. Sometimes it's deemed a pistol, not even a shotgun. It's the pistol.
Well, and even us this past weekend, we were talking about in the stands. It's 4th and 1. We in a shotgun.
Yeah,
we add 5 more yards to the damn play.
Right.
Get under center. Put your hand under that man Buki and get the ball. Under center. Pause.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean.
This shotgun passing offense. 5 wides thing is out of control right now, man.
Speaking of out of control, you know what was out of control for me? Because I watched a lot of the games. I was bouncing around when I was watching my money. Let's just say that. Jamar Chase out on that field with Cincinnati while they're playing New England and they lose. I was sick to my stomach every single time I saw the ball come his way. Every time I saw him on the field, it just drove me crazy. I'm talking about the wide receiver, Jamar Chase from the Cincinnati Bengals, who's been holding out or holding in all preseason, but he's decided because of an injury to the other receiver that he's going to play. And it's like, why'd you hold out the entire preseason or hold in just to submit and now put yourself out there at a risk for injury? It just drove me crazy watching that game this past weekend. Well, the Patriots did win. Cincinnati lost. And I do think he hurt his case when it comes to getting his money.
Yeah.
Them folks ain't finna pay that, man. He got 2 years left on this deal. That would be set. The NFL owners already told Cincinnati, don't do it. That's going to create a precedent that we don't want to live up to. We don't want these receivers having 2 years left on their deal, asking for more money.
For the record, Zeke Elliott got his deal from Dallas when he had 2 years left too. It's happened several times in the National Football League.
Okay, I gotta go again.
It doesn't typically. Oh, this is great.
All right, this is the perfect. This is the perfect comment for that.
Somebody out the microwave.
Doug is like
a record company executive promoting the T-shirt and stays delaying the release date, shaking my damn head. That's true. He's been pushing T-shirts for 2 weeks now.
Oh, more than 2.
I'm so glad he's gone. Shout out to the good folks from Southern Edge Beverage Company. Check them out on the web at southernedgebeverageco.com. Has it been more than 2 weeks, Arlie?
I feel like it has.
Guys, tonight, Club Bazooka is going down.
Bazooka
Man Cave
Restaurant.
Monday. Bazooka Restaurant, not Club Bazooka. Not Club Bazooka. Bazooka Restaurant. 4200 Wade Green Road, Northwest, number 172. That's in Kennesaw, y'all. Monday Night Football, polka, so much more.
Cigar rolling, Brazil nuts.
Oh,
no.
They,
It's not this.
I'm like, I don't hope they're not doing it at Bazooka, but okay.
Yeah, I'm about to say, if that's how y'all get down, I won't be there.
Arlie, we've been at. Never mind. I ain't gonna say.
I hear the
So,
music.
Tree,
Can I
are we paying bills and then coming back, or are we done? We
It's
shutting this
up
thing
to
down?
you. We can shut it down, or we can pay bills and
like
come
you-
back.
I feel that-
You're the head NIC now.
Well, now that it's funny how you took my reading abilities away when Doug came back, but now that he's gone, you want me to read more chat.
Please, if you don't mind, we'll go to break, and then yes, I'll have you read chat. Thank you. It's the
I'll
Two
be
Live
damned.
Stews experiment.
Right.
Your ass said, don't go. No. We'll be back. Ryan, damn it.
He is
So
crying. Ryan, I don't know why you keep
Baby.
doing it.
Baby.
Why you try it? I don't know.
Two Live Stews experience coming back, y'all. Y'all keep it locked.
You see that right there, bruhs? Old.
That's right.
Every Q in America should be drinking Southern Edge. Steve Scott, Beta Mu 92, myself, Zy Psy, Spring 90, and you, Delta Kappa 92. Every broad America should scan this QR code and check out Southern Edge.
Girl, you look so damn sweet. No. I wish I could say some moment. Been around the world, hey. But there's nothing like that Southern Edge, girl. No. I've been around the world, whoa. Nothing like that Southern Edge, girl. Yeah. Oh, can I pour me a one? Better yet, make it soon. They say the night is young. Wet this cup like the fountain in you. Shining. Tell me what your sign is. Tell me what your dream, little lady. I could buy by the bottle, I promise. Because you look so sweet. I wish I could take some moment. Girl, you look so damn sweet.
Wrapping up this Ball and Buster Monday with your boys, the Two Live Stews, Doug Stewart and Ryan Stewart, and the Two Live Stews experience. People putting words in my mouth. I have not said experiment. I've been saying experience.
The fact
by
that
the
I
good
will
folks from
go
Southern
back
Edge.
and get a receipt as a Pisces. Okay.
Real quick, Tree. The blue
sir.
thing in the chat, is that someone donating $2?
What?
On
Yeah.
my chat screen, there's a blue
It's blue.
chat from the Corey Joe channel. It says $2.
Okay. Okay. That's something I'm not aware of. It might be showing on YouTube.
Look, it looks just like that. Look
Wow.
on the screen.
I have that.
I
too.
do see it.
You see it?
Corey, you want to explain that, Corey Joe? And
Thank you,
welcome
Corey.
to the playground.
Thank you, Corey.
Corey
We appreciate it, Corey.
Wait, Rel,
appreciate
I'm tired of Rel with these comments. Don't you supposed to be at work today? Tree took Ryan off reading chat like the teacher taking the kid off of his reading.
She did. But notice, y'all think it's funny? Ryan is petty. Tree, you are in for something for a while.
Oh,
Just
I know.
Be ye ready.
I know. I know.
I try not to get on his bad side because oh my
That man
God.
went to Georgia Tech. That man know how to read perfectly well.
Well, I mean,
I didn't say he
Naughty,
didn't.
for the
Y'all
record,
are
Naughty,
so not.
for the record, Naughty, it might not be perfect. It might not be perfect. You know, sometimes it might be a stuff.
Nobody has my back.
I
in
get
this
through
space.
it.
Not
I
near
get through
one
it.
of you
About Tree, you make
ninjas.
such blanket statements all the time that are so you can never say never and always. It just isn't a thing. You just
I can
can't
say.
that. You can't.
Football's
Okay.
about wins
Cannot
and
be
losses.
factual. No,
Deion and
I always
Colorado
have
got
Here we
embarrassed
go.
Saturday.
Girl.
It is what it is, Naughty. They did get embarrassed, and now they have Colorado State this weekend, Naughty, and I don't know how that's going to go. I know he
It's
can't
gonna be a
afford
close
any more
game.
beatdowns.
You know
That's
what?
the game where old boy got hurt last time, and I'm just I'll be praying for Po Baby.
Well, very good memory, Arlie. Very good.
I do have that one.
You know what I didn't like
in
in that game against Nebraska? I didn't like that Shador left the game with 2 minutes left to go, and you go to the locker room. Like
What
you the
happened to
lead,
back
you
step,
are the
back
leader of
time?
that football. You are the leader of that football team. That's the quarterback. You stay there to the whole game. You didn't play well. You threw a pick six out of the back of your own end
That was
zone.
his worst. That's the worst throw I've seen from him in a long time.
But
Correct.
he's
Terrible
being
throw.
pressured. So why? I mean, what y'all want? I'm gonna be broken up, and I'm not gonna be able to go in the draft. I got to go
the
to
captain
the house.
goes down with the ship.
Okay, real quick, Naughty. If he was
Yeah.
going back early for treatment so he could go
Right.
do his post-game press conferences, that's one thing. And we have no way of knowing that. So if he was going back for early treatment before he had to go do the press conference, that's one thing. So I think until I agree with you. I would rather him stay out there too.
Got to go down with the ship. I get it.
Okay, I agree with that. However, if it was something involving treatment, then that would excuse him from staying out there for no reason.
But they need to make it look
he got the
different, 'cause
hell
they
beat. He got beat up, Naughty.
Yeah.
He got beat up all night.
Report that he got injured and he's going in there for treatment. That wasn't what the reports were saying. I mean, you just got this big Nike deal. You got all this NIL. I mean, it looked like he just big time this school. I didn't like that. It was a bad look. And right after that game, Dak Prescott got his contract.
I want to think about that, Naughty. I want to think about that.
But I do think they have to make sure I mean, I know Deion don't give a flippity dip, but they do have to make sure their perceptions, like people aren't perceived, because they're gonna come just like Naughty had that very strong feeling about it. Everybody else probably felt that way too, and they don't. Most of the world is just not intelligent enough to know there's other stuff happening behind the scenes that we don't always are we're not privy to. So
listen, I'm gonna tell y'all my exact words. I'm drinking a beer, watching the game. And when I saw Shador walking away, I'm like, look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? I said the same thing. Why he leaving now? He can't leave now. But then I thought about it. They were beating him up. Maybe he's going back for treatment before the press conference. So
you have that advantage because you played the sport, or people that are students of the sport like a Naughty, but most of us don't have that. So we're automatically going on the defense like, oh my God, he had no business leading. He just they gonna lose. So now
That's
why they
a lot of quarterbacks got beat up this weekend. They stayed with their team. I mean, are you a man or not?
Oh, you went far with it, Naughty. That's not a manhood question.
It is for me.
That's not a manhood
question. It is
question.
for me.
No, that's not a man.
Yeah. You stay there with your team. He cowered out. I mean, I was so disappointed in Shador. I've never been that disappointed.
First of all, he wasn't going back on the field and the game was over. So he didn't.
You stay there with you, the leader of the team. You are the guy.
Right, but I got contusions around my body and compound fractures. I need to go get them
2 minutes
prepared.
now. It's not a whole quarter. You got 2 minutes.
I just don't think we know if he was being big time. That's all. And I like to speak in absolutes. I like to speak in facts.
If he doesn't play next game,
like
if he doesn't play next game, I'll come back and I'll take everything I said away. He just need not to play against Colorado State. You hurt.
They're not going.
You need to be hurt then.
For that. No, don't say that. Put that on the episode.
No, he needs to be hurt if he gonna walk out on this team like that.
He didn't walk out.
We don't know that he did.
I did. I saw him walk out on his team.
No, he didn't.
It was embarrassing.
And you don't even know if somebody told him to leave. It might not have even been on his own volition.
Whoever told him to leave did him a disservice.
Right.
Wow.
Till Dog 12 says, after the chat, Deion's out here trying to do a good thing, but these people that can't tell a jockstrap from that thong always got something to say. That's true too. And Deion is a huge benefit to these kids. He's a huge benefit to these kids.
Mm-hmm.
He's changing lives.
Emotionally, yes.
Adrian Williams, Deion puts people in the seats. That's why his contract will be honored the entire length of the first contract. I think it's a 4-year deal or 5-year deal.
The Buffs wasn't doing that before he got there, really. So
they won one game the season prior to him getting there, and they weren't televised at all that year.
Right.
Now you see him on TV every weekend.
Terrence Crawford out there before the game. Him and Deion, Terrence Crawford and Deion playing around for the game.
Yeah.
And then Nebraska knocked their ass out early.
Someone finally agrees with Naughty.
Melvin Nichols. Melvin Eccles.
That's why she took your reading privileges right there.
Well,
you don't need to be in the hot pot with me. Okay.
Oh Lord.
Okay, we'll keep reading. Shedding the Two Live Stews and the Two Live Stews experience.
Welcome to the Two Live Stews experience, minus Crying Ryan and Doug the Dictator. I mean, we just losing it. We've gone too far and stayed too long. That's what it is.
How is Notre Dame constantly ranked in the top 10 every year is the question. Because they're Notre Dame, Real. Act like you know.
Right.
You know what it is, Real. Yeah.
I don't know.
I think
I
they're affiliated with the ACC in some form or fashion, but still looked at as an independent in some form or fashion. I don't get it. But yeah, they're one of the biggest universities and one of the biggest programs in sports. And they get to dibble and dabble the way they want to dibble and dabble.
Which is not fair, is what Real is saying.
Yeah,
Are they even that good to be up there with the Georgias and the Floridas and the Alabamas?
Everybody know their name.
Ohio States.
And if they're on TV, the ratings and the number that they pull is always astronomical.
Correct.
Because there's so many Notre Dame fans. It's part of the business. Tracy Smith, ask yourself, why does it bother you so much?
I think she's talking about the nail polish.
She is. It
bothers me. I don't want me and my man. We're not going on no date when he got his nails painted.
I don't want a man with his nails painted, but I don't care if someone I have too many friends that do that, and I'm just not.
But just
not because I have friends, but because I just really am not.
Like it's because you have friends.
No, I'm not into managing. I'm not into managing ninjas, especially in the y'all don't listen to. How am I gonna manage people out in the world?
Say one thing, Tree. Stick to point. Stick to one point, Tree. You started going all over the place because
I'm not into managing people, and that is why I do not have a problem with everyone living their life how they have decided to.
If you're gonna paint your your fingernails, don't play like a woman, and that's what he did.
I don't have.
Well, I think his play has nothing to do with his nails and has everything to do with him being a rookie.
I told you before the season. I told you I had doubts about Caleb Williams after I saw him paint his fingernails pink and carry a pink phone. And then what he do? Game one. He don't even have no problem with like a woman.
Football real quick. I want to explain something to you. This past weekend, my dollar did pretty good because I bet against all of the rookie quarterbacks that were starting, except for Caleb Williams. I didn't bet against him because I believe in his defense, and that worked out. They won with special teams and defense. However, I bet against all of the rookie quarterbacks for a reason because they're rookies in a new league.
Yeah, all of them. One that didn't have 100-yard passing.
He's the only one that won a game, though, Nadi.
He didn't. You just said the special team and defense won a game.
Defense won a game. But he means the team.
The quarterback is the person that touches the ball every offensive snap, and the quarterback is the guy that is deemed winning or losing based upon the overall result of the team.
So you want to give Caleb Williams credit for winning the football game when he had less than 100 yards passing?
What I'm saying is, I made my money this weekend betting against all of the rookie quarterbacks. Here you are trying to burn Caleb down as if he sucked, which he did, but all rookie quarterbacks did, which is why my number came back so good this past weekend. So in essence, what I'm saying is what you're saying is right, but it's not true.
Yeah, you know why? Because the other quarterback that he played against was awful
too.
Levis was terrible.
Right.
I don't know. I didn't see his hands. Maybe he did. He played like it. Yeah. I didn't see his hands.
Oh, so that's the bar now.
That's just a game I don't want.
If you got nail polish, you not gonna win.
Yeah. You want to be a shock jock and you look for shtick.
No,
I'm not doing
that. I told I'm not changing my tune.
It's his
I told you this before the season. I'm saying the same thing I'm saying before the season. Now it just came to fruition.
That's what I said.
No, it didn't come to fruition. He played like every rookie quarterback.
100 yards passing. He played awful.
He played bad. I said that already. He played bad. So did every other rookie quarterback. He's a rookie.
He's
a rookie. He's never done it before. He's never been in the bright lights. He's never been in the NFL. He's never been on an NFL field. He's never played on Sundays.
Hey, when I told you that same thing before the season started,
played bad.
When I told you the same thing before the season started, you would disagree. Oh, well, he looks good in the preseason. He got all those weapons. I said, no, Ryan, I don't think he's going to play well. Okay. And now he didn't play well. Now you saying, oh, well, he's a rookie. He didn't play well. Well, I told you that.
No, what I told you was I bet against all the rookies for a reason. I bet against all the rookies for a reason to make money.
Right.
But I didn't bet against Caleb because I believe in his defense. So what you're saying is, he played bad. And my point is, like every other rookie, they all played bad. They're expected to play bad. I think overall, a rookie starting the season, they're like 4-54, 4-58. They always lose because it's new to them. Ain't got a damn thing to do with his fingernail color.
He played worse than all the rookie quarterbacks. He just
played
happened
bad,
to win
like all the
because
rookies
his
did.
special teams blocked the punt and scored a touchdown, and the defense scored a touchdown. I mean, when you getting points out your special teams and your defense, and the other team can't move the ball, then okay, you win by default. But he played worse than all the other quarterbacks, and he's the number one pick.
How do you do it, Harley? Oh, sorry.
I'm just not going to allow the false narrative to be created while talking about that man's nails because it ain't got a damn thing to do with football. Period. It has nothing to do with it at all.
Poor Chat.
His nails are painted, okay, but his nails wasn't the reason why the ball went this way or that way.
Your nails, you need to have more than 100-yard passing.
Harley,
you need to complete more than 60% of your passes if you're gonna paint your nails, because the narrative is gonna be what the narrative is gonna be.
Right.
I have a question.
Real quick, let me just say this one more time.
Yes, sir.
One more time.
The narrative was consistency with rookies playing bad in their first game. That's the narrative. Your hand was raised, Tree. Your hand was raised.
I had a question for Arlie about Kendrick Lamar being chosen for the Super Bowl. I know it's early and usually they add people anyway to the mix, but do you feel like that's a slight to New Orleans for not asking Wayne or
Master P,
some of the old heads? Master P, Mystical. How do you feel about that?
Well, that was one of the stories I wanted to talk about this morning, that it is a slight, and we felt that slight in Atlanta when the Super Bowl came here because they selected other people to do the Super Bowl and they were not Atlanta's. They could have had Ludacris, even if just a segment of Atlanta rap, since we were talking about, remember in the chat that was one of the first 48s where which state in the South had the most, or can you credit with the most, hip hop or whatever. And Georgia is always going to be on that list because we got Outkast, Ludacris, Jermaine Dupri that had his whole So Def roster. All these female, not the female rappers so strong here, but in the South, Louisiana is one of those places that we went back and forth between Louisiana and Texas because Ryan was like, how can you forget Louisiana? Cash Money Records and what's a Master P?
Birdman,
No Limit Soldiers, and the Cash Money Records, both of them together. Juvenile, like all them people, back that thing up. Is still, when you hit it from the 99 and 2, you are going to dance. It's not going to be like a. So I'm not making. Got to bring West Coast out here, and I'm not sure.
Kendrick already did it too. He did it before. Not to limit him.
But I don't think he's a headliner like that by himself. He did it out there with 4 folks that were all bangers. Everybody's like,
maybe they're not looking at it like this is a New Orleans Super Bowl. Even though it's in New Orleans, it's the stage that's set for the entire league.
I get it.
So they're not looking at it like this.
Gotcha.
This halftime show should be for your city. I mean, the bulk of the people inside that stadium is not going to be from Louisiana and New Orleans.
And I get all of that, and I understand it has to be you want an artist who is nationally known to be in there, but you got to pay homage sometimes. Like we kind of stop acting like people didn't do. They could at least be like, oh, with special guests,
and they might
something.
They might. We're early, but we know Hove did it. What's that boy named? Jay-Z. Isn't he over entertainment or something?
He's choosing the entertainment.
I just wonder why it's West Coast. Why it's like it's almost a slap in the face because it's always a battle between the West and the East anyway. And then the South got something to say, which we do. And so you just gonna lead the South out the conversation 2 Super Bowls in a row? That's not right.
What?
That's just my 2 cents.
Weren't they in the conversation last? Wait, the whole Atlanta did the Super
last year,
right?
No, we did not.
Not
last
year.
I can't remember.
Usher. We was together. It was Usher. Jermaine had on them socks.
That's right.
But that was like one. Who came for the one in Atlanta?
Whoa, real quick.
Cardi.
But they just did Usher and JD. So you want Atlanta to have another one?
I want Atlanta to have another one. I want New Orleans to have their. If you're gonna put some people out there, you just can't keep with the West Coast. You just can't. And
Reggie
New Orleans,
Mitchell,
we all say they got something to say.
Reggie Mitchell in the chat says, remember when Fred and Bubba caught Lamont in Rollo at the Gay Blade? Y'all remember that?
Remember Fred, he kind of.
Fred was like,
we used to do that all the time when we were little because we weren't allowed to say gay.
or
Can we
other
say-
words that.
But we
Buster
did
Award.
this. He funny.
No, he
He's
funny.
funny.
That was funny.
Buster Award goes to the damn ass Colts. They lost to the Houston Texans this
Sorry.
past weekend. Houston's a good team. I'm sorry. That game came down to the wire. The Colts found a way to lose that game 29-27, but Stroud threw for 234 yards. He did better than Anthony Richardson did. Better than Anthony Richardson did. So,
And
yeah. I hear you, Charles, Edward 31, but
it was
I think
the-
the better team won that game.
And it was the damn
Actually-
sorry
actually,
ass Colts.
Maroon 5 was the Atlanta halftime show.
Right,
but they
our
just had some
halftime, and
they had some appearances from people from Atlanta, but Maroon 5 was the headliner for the Atlanta Super Bowl.
Ew.
Well,
Yep,
yeah, they don't.
But my friends now, Outkast, Big Boy,
Oh,
did
you
make
right.
an appearance. I had friends.
Right,
that
right,
came, that
right.
played for
They
them,
we
they
had
were
some
out there.
appearances, but the headliner was
Yeah.
Maroon 5.
Again,
Yep.
it's a worldly event. It's
Yeah.
not the
Right.
event for
That's
the
gotta
city.
be it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's for
We
them people in the chat
understand.
who don't be knowing what they be talking about.
Thank you, Dre.
No, I appreciate it. I need
Younger
your
brother.
keep
Younger
doing
brother
all
said
that.
Kirk Cousins looked like the line at DMV Immobile. Sydney Action Jackson. Nobody with any sense thought that Falcons with Cousins were going to win. I did think they would win. I did think they would win. I thought they would be a much better offensive team, and I figured because they were putting that Gimp out there that the Gimp would be able to perform, but the Gimp couldn't perform. So I did think they were going to win. And again, if the Gimp has anything close to
You're never
another
gonna get a
appearance
press
like
pass.
he did this past weekend,
I keep emailing.
well, Tree, I didn't think about it like that, but I got to keep it real and tell the truth.
I need you to. Please
Yeah.
do. Because
Yeah.
this is gonna be such great reels.
Bring on Michael Penix Jr. as soon as possible if this is the best we're going to get out of him. Offensively, they got like 4 pieces that are first-round picks on the offense, and the line has consistently been together. But the line couldn't protect him because the Gimp couldn't move.
It's a shirt. We're gonna have a shirt.
We love the passion. Please don't change. Nobody here
RC.
change.
Cousins will get his numbers, but when it really matters, he will fold like he always does. Seen it for 5 years in Minnesota. I just don't think he's healthy, RC. When he's healthy, he can move the pocket and get the ball out. He just didn't look healthy to me, and I don't think they should allow the team to lose because of that one player, especially when you drafted a guy 8th overall. Steve Spearman, it's not hate, Doug. When you're wearing hoodies that say, I ain't hard to find, oh, yeah, it's back to Dion. When you're wearing hoodies saying I ain't hard to find and you stinking it up when you're going in, no matter what coach says or does, you're going to get that smoke, is what Steve Spearman is saying. Yeah, Dion's sweatshirt at times, or his hat, or his t-shirt says, I ain't hard to find. So he want that heat. And he getting it right now, too.
Right.
Is Be Real Minds a bot?
I don't think he goes home to cry and cries about it. You understand? He
It was-
understands what the call or the charge on his life. So I think he's all right. He ain't
Coach
crying.
Prime wanted Byron Leftwich as his OC. Administration said no. Coach Prime wanted to bring T.O. as a wide receiver coach. Administration said no. And he wanted Ed Reed as a DC. Administration again said no. But he the coach, so he got to take that smoke.
Right.
He got to take that coach. Younger brother preach. Shouts out to that ninja. We appreciate y'all, man. That's all the star chats. Thank
Wow.
y'all so much, man.
2
What a
hours.
big day.
Y'all
Can I
be
just say
going
this?
hard now.
Daniel Jones played terrible this week for the New York Giants, making Sam Darnold look beautiful. Kirk Cousins played awful. The quarterback at Notre Dame played awful. But
Hey,
who is
and for the record,
these
Dottie,
people to play well?
And for the record, Naughty, Justin Fields did not play horrible. He played within himself.
He did.
He played within himself. Yeah.
The coach made sure that your job is to not turn the ball over. Our defense is good enough to beat this team if you don't turn the ball over. So it was a well-coached game by Mike Tomlin. I'm not giving Arthur Smith any credit because he didn't let Justin Fields loose, so to say. So he wasn't calling any dynamic plays, but just don't turn the ball over.
Keep Cousins at quarterback when my Cowboys come to town.
No. I want to ask you, how long y'all think Russell Wilson gonna be out with a calf injury? What does that usually take?
I think now that the starting job is going to be Justin Fields. I think he showed this past weekend.
Yeah,
I thought the coach said he hadn't decided. He said that Russell is the starter, but because he got hurt.
I don't think Justin Fields did enough to win the job.
Take his job.
I think if Russell is healthy, he gets the opportunity.
He didn't give it away. That's all. And Russell also, if you saw him during the pregame workout, he was a gimp too that couldn't move.
Right. If Russell is not healthy, isn't healthy, then Justin Fields stays as the starting quarterback. But if he's healthy, he gets the opportunity.
So if Justin Fields starts again this week and finds another way to win this week, it's going to be hard to pull him out and put in Russell Wilson. It's going to be hard.
I agree.
Yeah, it's going to be a New England.
Are y'all going to watch
New England's Patriots coach? I mean, quarterback that left and played forever. I can't think his name right. Tom Brady. This might be a new Tom Brady. Remember, he was way back and then got hurt and he.
No, this ain't a Tom Brady.
Drew Bledsoe.
Y'all gonna watch the debate tomorrow?
Absolutely.
Are y'all gonna watch the debate so we can
I'm
pop up?
definitely gonna watch the debate tomorrow.
It should be entertaining. I'll watch it.
Oh,
I can have something to say on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Tonight, Monday Night Football, 8:15, Jets and 49ers. They'll be playing in San Francisco. That should be a good game. We'll talk about that on Thursday. I want to give an A+ to everybody that participated. Thank you so very much, Arlie. Thank you so very much, Dredd. We don't have to agree. We can disagree. Thank you so much for your contribution. Tree, good job. Outstanding job. And
thank you.
To Dougie, who comes and goes as he sees fit.
Yeah, a dictator.
It's
T-shirt.
He gets an A. He gets an A. And to everybody in the chat room, thank y'all so much.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, we love
Thank
you.
y'all. We really appreciate y'all pulling up.
Stews Nation.
Dang, y'all be just making my heart smile.
At 3:00 in the morning to make sure they were going to get that shout out to
shout out, yeah.
The shout out's important. We really appreciate that.
And Ryan, you get an A. You get an A.
I do. Oh, thank you.
Yes, you get an
Thank
A.
you.
I mean, you showed up in Detroit. I mean, the dedication to be all the way up in Detroit for the show.
Thank you.
I mean,
I got a flight at 10:30, so I'm gonna pack up and get up out of here. I appreciate Ford Field for having me.
Yes,
y'all
That's
awesome.
So cool. That's so cool. They recognize your great.
They remembered
you.
here.
It is.
That's always important. Your flowers.
Dogs and poodles, y'all get an A+. And to God, thank you, Lord. God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. If you don't know him, you need to find him and show him love. That's all he's showing you. We're going to try to figure out a time to pop up for y'all this week, so stay tuned for that. Shouts out to everybody at Man Cave Monday. I have intentions on being there, even though my ride backed out, so I'm not sure if I'll be able to make it by myself.
Well, don't you fly into Atlanta from Detroit? Just have Naughty pick you up and take you down there.
Well, see, I screwed up because I fly into Atlanta, but I catch a connecting flight to Columbus. Yeah, so I was going to come back.
Oh.
Yeah, they do. Little bitty Columbus has a little airport.
Sorry, I might not be here after today.
No show Wednesday.
Right. Oh, that's right. Check me and Naughty out at 5 p.m. on Wednesday.
Monday Night Football, polka, and more Pazooka Lounge tonight. Y'all make sure to show them some love. And don't forget about the No Show on Wednesday at 5 o'clock. We will have a pop-up sometime, man. But listen, y'all, thank you very much. Outstanding Monday for Ballers and Busters. Everybody gets a baller that participated. Peace and blessings. We'll see y'all on Thursday.
Bye.